Welcome back to another episode of
Off the Porch.
This topic is gonna be somewhat touchy, right?
Off the porch.
But it is. Can black people be racist?
No. Yes. Maybe so.
I mean,
Cover all bases.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. A couple of years ago, if you would have caught me in the right place, I would have said no. Okay, no, we can't. But
Black people can't
seen
be racist
some.
though, bruh.
Yeah, I seen some things. I ain't gonna lie. Some racist things.
Let's talk about it.
So, well, before we start talking about it, something I'd like to do is just, get a little around the mic, little feel. Like, do y'all think black people can be racist?
Yeah.
So you got a yeah?
Yeah.
Got a yeah?
Oh, yes.
Nigga, how
I
you
wrote
gonna
a whole
skip yourself?
paper about it.
All right.
How you gonna skip yourself?
Yeah, I do. I mean, like, I feel like black people can be racist also.
We need one more answer.
Alright. So, yeah. So,
Richard, do you think black people could be racist since ain't nobody asked you? Oh,
no,
Like,
he
answered.
said yeah.
Yeah, he
oh
said
I ain't
yeah.
hear him. Oh, my bad.
So yeah, like back in the day when people were really saying, "Oh, black people can't." I mean, some people still today say black people can't be racist.
They're using the wrong racist.
Okay.
They view it as systematic racism.
Yeah, I
We
feel
all
like the
have
systematic racism. Yeah, because black, since we minorities, like we really don't have like the power
Bro,
to like
yeah,
systematically oppress.
Yeah,
another, like race or whatever.
like systematic racism. I feel like comes more from the government. Regular racism is just from the regular people.
Yeah, and there's the white people. I mean, the government is filled with mostly white people.
Systematic racism, I wouldn't say it started with the government because the government really doesn't have a color. It care more about money. It's the
Exactly.
private
So the
owned-
color is green.
Yeah, like it'd be like these
So they're
Fortune
red.
500 companies. Like it wouldn't even say Fortune 500 company. It'd be the like branch managers. It'd be like store managers. It'd be like people who feel like, no offense, it'd be the Caucasian males or the Caucasian women, females
Who you
who
think full of the government though?
It's
full
not-
of
it's
Caucasian males.
the government isn't all predominantly white. Honestly, it's very diverse in a government setting. Like we got more black Supreme Court people now than we did 10 years ago.
Yeah,
we talking
but-
about the people
yeah,
that make the real.
Yeah,
the
and
real
then plus,
decisions.
but even with what
real
you said,
business
the
decisions, bro.
only reason there's more black Supreme Court people now is just because of their color.
Well, no. On one of them, no.
Well, yeah, well,
there's
not all
only
of
two.
them.
There's only two black Supreme Court justices. There's only two.
I know just the
One's a
There's
female, and that
been
was strictly because of
two.
her.
It's more than
No,
two
it's
black
right
people.
now.
Currently?
Currently there's only two.
I know it's a
What, in the
female.
Supreme
I
Court?
swear it's two males
Yeah.
up there.
No, it's only two. It's only one man
'Cause-
and a lady that just got into
Yeah,
the.
with
There
Biden,
has
right?
been more than two, but there's only two currently,
And the female only got there just because she was a female.
and she was black.
Yeah, a black female.
She didn't get there off her merit. She didn't get there off her merit.
Them white
I
people
don't want
just
to
be.
discredit
They
her, but
just
she definitely was an evident. She definitely been in there, fighting for She,
we
she
don't have
ain't
to.
just
We
pop
don't
out
have
of
to
nowhere.
necessarily
That's how y'all
discredit
trying to say it.
her skills.
Yeah, no
or
one's
whatever, or
discrediting her skills.
qualifications.
I'm just
We
saying.
just talking about
The lady
it's more
that-
so
the
people
lady-
that's-
reason why she got there.
It's more so the people
It's
that
like
We
we
still
giving
talking
them
about this lady who
That's like the same reason
gave-
why Obama got in office.
this lady gave lighter sentences to pedophiles. And a pedophile literally got out of jail, did the same thing, and she still gave him a license. Get the fuck. She didn't get there off of merit. Get out of here.
Bro.
What kind of judge is that?
Yeah. And at one point, I think they had a thing where she said that there were better candidates than her. I don't know if that was true or not, but that's something I had heard.
The only thing this dude really appointed her for was to cover his own ass.
Yeah. Cause remember
And
when
it
she
ain't
got,
help.
Cause remember when she got appointed, they was doing the old
Shit,
putting
same thing with the
females
vice
in
president.
power
She ain't do
type
shit
stuff.
since she been in office.
Yeah.
Who?
She's
Kamala
not even,
Harris.
She's not even
All she do
black.
is blink.
She ain't even
She's not
black.
even black.
They try to make it seem like that shit is diverse, but,
But
it really
Clarence
ain't.
Thomas, he
But
got
she
there.
rode
He
that
got
black
there
thing
off of
to the
merit.
end.
This
Really
guy
did.
literally got beat up by white supremacists because they did not want him to be appointed to the Supreme Court, and he literally sat there in the little trial thing where they converse with you, and then you two like they go back and forth or whatever. And he was like, he's not afraid. He is fully going full force with it. He's not gonna stop. He's not gonna stop.
Now, don't get me wrong. I understand. Yes, we still have some symptoms. Like, we do still have some base of racism in the government now. Like, I ain't gonna, like...
Joe Biden?
Yeah, I'm like, the Democratic the Democratic Party, like, argue on racism is a fucking, like, mirage. Like, they are not really for the minorities, and I'm sorry.
They literally point one finger with...
Yeah,
like everybody say, the other... 3 pointing back at him?
I'm trying to tell you.
Bruh, a big ass cannot fit in that chest.
But
I mean,
racism and like, can black people be racism? Yes. Racism doesn't have a color. It's a mental state to me.
Black people can be racist. Definitely. Because you got some black people who feel that they are above white people just because.
They black. I used to feel like that, but that's a angry.
So you like Dika? You would have called.
I didn't.
You
feel,
would have caught
no,
you at the
but
right time.
I didn't feel like that though. That wasn't the core of why I
Yeah.
felt like black people could be racist.
You just
I
didn't
did
like
it off
white
the
people because they was
bio
white.
in a science. Science proves that we are genetically superior to them. But
I don't see that.
Bruh,
Yeah,
that sounds
I
very
don't see
racist.
I told him that.
There is
You
no
know
way you can
thing.
say that to where it
I
don't
mean,
sound
not
racist.
because you could go and find the right white boy, and he could be better than you. He could be stronger, faster, smarter. He could be all those things better. But just because, in a general standpoint, like if they have 21 candidates, you're better than 18 of them. Like, doesn't mean that you're just like we're all males and all females.
Scientifically, biologically, we are superior to
That's
Caucasian
a
males.
In what ways?
In what
In what
sense?
okay,
In
in
what
what ways?
sense?
In what
Please.
yeah.
For an example, we can stand in the sun longer than them, and that's
That doesn't mean
biological.
we're superior.
No.
We just have more melanin.
Yeah, we just have more melatonin.
Yeah,
We-
that's because
It's a different
that's
type of
literally
melanin.
just
They
'cause of,
have-
like where
They
where
have
black people
melanin,
live
just
at.
not.
But that's
Like
still
how we-
biology. That's still biology. But then
I
also,
just look up
also
these-
no offense, we can reproduce. Like not even say reproduce. Like, how can I say this?
Go ahead, speak your truth.
Cause I don't. Y'all say it sound very like prejudiced.
It's
Sometimes
no way.
There's
They're
no,
not-
yeah, that's what I'm
not-
saying.
it's
There's
not-
no way
it's
you're gonna
not-
say it to where it does not sound racist.
no offense, we live longer.
Can black
We can survive off of almost anything. They can't. We can rehearse like cold, heat. We can survive better than them.
You gonna catch me surviving?
Let's see, our hair. They use our hair for almost anything. We don't get our immune system is still better than theirs. They, at the age of 50, they deteriorate. We deteriorate at 70. Like at the age of 70, our immune system
And that black don't crack.
I would have to look
Yeah, I
at
like
that,
this
but
on it.
still, because I really
Unless it's
don't
on
see
crack.
that. Because
Your mama. No, no.
what is that supposed to mean,
No,
though?
like your mom still look like she in her 40s. You can go look at an average 70 or 50-year-old right now. This man,
Nope, not true. I mean, I work at an urgent care, and that's a lady came there. She was 55 years old, and that lady looked younger than me. And I ain't gonna lie.
with no Botox.
No plastic surgery, no nothing. She said she eat right, like she don't eat like certain foods.
Yeah.
She was like she eat everything natural. She grows it out her backyard. She eat everything natural. She don't
And she
eat
was all
of the stuff
she was
of those
Caucasian.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, diet, like your diet do play a lot
Botox
into that
make
stuff
you look
too.
older. It don't
Botox
help
will
you
help
look
you.
young.
Man,
Yes,
That
it
should be.
does.
Hey, boy,
Lord.
what's wrong with you?
now let him touch it. He'll know not to touch it again.
I don't want him to touch that. That's
Nah.
called fire. That's called burning. Child services. And we don't lie to no.
Hey man,
Well,
how
we
you
could just
think
cut
cavemen
that
do
part.
it?
We could
Fire.
just trim it. We could just trim
You're
it.
gonna trim a lot. Yeah.
I mean,
I
well,
don't.
can't
I
see how
don't feel
long you're
superior
built
to
for.
white people. I feel like we are equal.
Building his
Honestly,
immune
Yeah.
I just feel like it is
We're-
more.
we're-
It has more to do with choices because
Yeah.
there are
Yeah.
white people that have lived to 100 something.
And
There
all
are black people that
don't-
have lived to 100 something.
Yep, and all black people don't look
There
good when they
exactly.
age.
There's some black people that look fucking.
Yeah, it just depends on
Just
how. It just depends on
bad.
how well you take care of your body once you get to that age, really.
That lady still work out, all of that. She go to the gym and all of
Yeah, like
I need her
So,
work hours.
no offense, why do they dissect us and get like they push that Dorgan organs on us more than they would push on any other race?
Because
more than likely we're gonna
it's
die.
not. It's not about.
Wow.
Trust me, it's not about race. It's about wealth. If you are a minority in a lower class neighborhood,
Are you gonna be able to
you
afford
probably
that
gonna die
organ?
first because you're eating junk. That's all you can really afford.
As of the last census, the minority of black people is no longer the top. Like, we are not the top minorities no more. Like,
But we still a
Of
we are
minority.
course.
the poor class is really Caucasian now. Jay,
Wait, the poor class is the
Yeah.
minority?
still-
Are
Do
we
you not
not
know
poor?
there's more white
So are
people
we
on-
not still the minority?
like
He's dipping.
Jay, come here. Like, the poor class now is basically like 65% white. Like, there's more white people on welfare and food stamps
Said
and
Malibu and Coconut.
like Section 8 than it is black people.
But that's not because they don't got the money. There are a lot of people that are on welfare that can work and pay for the stuff that they need that just don't want to. That's just a matter of the fact.
But the fact of it is more white people on welfare than it is black people.
Okay. I mean, it's just like she said. Just because you're on welfare doesn't mean you technically need
But
it.
she just said that it's based off money. And since this is proven that black people are starting to make more, it's more middle class black people than it is white people. And it's a lot more, like, no offense if you want to be honest, it's a lot more black celebrity than there is white.
Now, but can you honestly believe that, or are you
I
just
don't know
going
about
off what
that.
they're
I
showing?
feel
don't
like
either.
I feel like you might just say that just because we gonna pay attention to more black celebrities.
Yeah,
No, I'm
and,
not being
and then
nice to
again,
you.
like, I feel like that's more of what's being pushed out on you, because back in the day, yeah, like, there was a lot of white celebrities getting pushed out on you, and now that they're removing it more into like the Black Lives Matter stuff, then what you mainly seen was black celebrities. I'm like, it's all about, like she said, the money. It's like, what's going to generate the most money at
Black
this
people.
point in time?
No offense.
Okay, but
We
black,
dominate
We're the
music.
biggest consumers.
We dominate music. We dominate sports.
that don't mean we're the best just because you dominate.
I didn't say the best.
Yeah, I mean,
But
I'm
the
just
thing
saying.
is, it also goes back to
Because you can dominate some but not be the best.
Why do
at it.
I'm
we-
saying
why do we
dominate.
dominate
We're
it?
over. Like, it's more black
But-
people in
but
sports.
why
Yeah,
is
but
that,
I'm
though?
just saying, like,
Because-
like it
Is
could
that
be
not
75% black,
mostly-
but the
Hold on,
whites
'cause-
could just be better.
No, I'm saying, because he's saying, like,
What?
they're,
Hold on.
you can't say we're better at sports.
I said dominate.
Like, yeah, we dominated because majority of people
And,
that grow up in the hood don't
Yeah,
get
them
too many
really,
options.
Yeah, them really be like most of them.
They
only
get
outlets
sports or music pushed on them. They don't. People
Or
don't come up
drugs.
to you and be like, "Oh, you could be a doctor. You could be a lawyer." They don't see a lot of black people like that. Even though there are, they just don't see it.
Say that again.
They don't see a lot of black people. You don't see mass
In the hood, you
media
don't get
pushing
that
black
push
lawyers, black doctors, black this. Maybe now because Black
Maybe in
Lives
February.
Matter, but back then,
we
no.
gonna see them push more black athletes, more black music artists and stuff like that.
So what about the black celebrities? Because we pop up and see
What
black
about
movie
them?
stars constantly. Like,
But that's all
not
is
what
getting
she's
pushed
saying.
to
And
the
like you
kids.
said,
That's
now.
it. They're not giving kids a choice.
okay,
They're
when
not,
we say now,
if people be like, "Oh, you going to college?"
Because for the last almost 15 years, I've seen countless of black artists, black
That's
concept-
not what she said.
We're dominating in the entertainment industry.
She
why
said
are
black
why are we
lawyers,
not
black
dominating
doctors.
in the educational industry?
It's way more black teachers, lawyers.
But why don't we see that
black
stuff?
nurses,
But why don't
doctors?
we see that stuff when we're growing up so we know, oh, I could be this. Why our parents why our parents, if we could catch a football just by chance at 5, they'd be like, "Oh, you gonna grow up to be a football player. Oh, my boy going to the league. Or my girl gonna be a WNBA or oh, you can sing like you sang in church. Oh, she gonna get a record deal. Like
Right,
they not
yeah, most
pushing
of-
for
yeah,
you to
that
be a
is true. Most of the
doctor.
stuff
They
that
not
do be
pushing for you to
encouraged
be a
would like
lawyer.
something that has to deal with like entertainment, something that you gonna see on TV.
I don't.
And-
Technically,
and-
I don't.
and-
oh my bad. I can't follow that because I have cousins. I have multiple cousins who's literally a biologist, who's an engineer. I have 2 cousins who's lawyers. I have a cousin who's married to my family who's a head of a hospital right now in Jacksonville.
but was that pushed in
that doesn't
social
change the
media
majority.
for the black community?
We didn't say that. Y'all said
Yes, she did.
I did say that.
in social media.
Not
You
just
said-
social
No,
media,
she
also
just
said
in
media.
your house
Yeah,
as
like
well.
entertainment, media.
But
Why-
see, again,
it's all the same
my
thing.
family pushed for that.
But you're
Okay, but that's your family. That's not the masses. That's not the
Exactly.
media that's pushing for black people
That's
to
Just
be
because it's your
head
norm doesn't
doctors
mean
and
it's
stuff.
everybody else's norm.
Exactly.
Yeah, because like if you go to a poor neighborhood like I was raised up in, it's like they said either you're playing basketball, football, or selling drugs. Those are your 3 options.
Right, or not.
Or
the
you
nigga
better
don't-
learn how to rap
Yeah,
and dance.
for real.
Those are your options. There is no being a doctor. There is no learning how to fly a plane. There is no any of that stuff. Those are your options. You either go play with a ball or play with a rock.
So you saying in your neighborhood that was the main thing?
Basketball, football,
So
drugs.
you really believe it's everybody from your school?
That doesn't mean
I didn't say
everybody,
school.
bruh.
I said my
Oh, your
neighborhood.
It doesn't mean
Everybody
like
in
every
your
single
neighborhood.
person.
But everybody-
Majority
everybody-
of
I'm
every
just saying,
single
like, that
person
is really, like,
means
what
most,
was,
bruh.
like,
Everybody
those
in your
are the
Like, you trying to
common
be too
things.
Or in
specific.
Y'all just said that. He just said. In
yeah,
his
but you said
neighborhood.
everybody in his school. Everybody in his school ain't from his neighborhood.
I corrected it. Okay then, and I said neighborhood. Then you said no, that the two. You just said your neighborhood was like that was the main thing. That was
I was
pushing.
saying no to the school part, and also in the neighborhood, you never know what their parents are pushing. But you saying we dominate these entertainment things, but you did not say not once that we dominate being, like you said, your cousin's a biologist, a head of a hospital, lawyers, all that. You never once said that we dominated these areas. Why is that?
We don't.
And then-
We
and then-
don't.
and then
Why?
the only
There are a
reason
lot of us out here that are, but those people aren't the ones. Like, yeah, you got people coming back. Like, oh, they'll be successful lawyers, and they'll come back and they'll try and get kids from the hood, encourage them. Oh, you could be this, you could be that, you could, But there are not a lot of people that are like that. Majority of the people that are in
it's rare to see
dominate.
that, bro.
It gotta be okay. So when I say dominate, it's like no
When-
offense.
I feel
when you say when I say dominate, do you tell me how many real Caucasian NBA players you know? No offense.
Wait, so
Yeah,
hold on.
but
Hold on,
listen.
But so when it
That go
comes
back
to-
to what she said. That's like
I
more
just-
stuff in the entertainment industry.
I'm giving it as an example. Like when I say dominate, I mean it's nothing but black basketball players
But the
right now
thing
that's
is,
taking over.
what are those kids'
But-
options opposed to what are white kids' options opposed to black kids' options?
I mean, technically,
Most of those kids that go to school and play sports that are white are only doing that to pay for college. Most of those kids that go to play for schools and stuff like that are black are trying to get into the league. And it's just not, it's not like there's a difference. There's a reason why.
And quick question: when you say that black people are dominating football and sports, are you just simply talking about the number of black people that are in those sports? Because we can dominate it, which is why I said, like, yeah, we can dominate it numbers wise,
Right.
but all the other races could be way better than
like,
us.
you want to talk
So,
about
like,
sports.
they
Like,
can
look at how many.
dominate
Like,
on
just
the-
look at how many starting white QBs in the league compared to how many starting black quarterbacks.
but that's just
So
QBs.
they're
Think about-
dominating in skill
But
while
the
we're
thing
just
is
dominating in
that I heard
numbers.
a few years
No,
ago.
I'm just
but-
saying.
I heard a few years
yeah,
ago,
it's
and
one
I don't know
position,
how
though.
true it is,
That's
but it
just-
said there were more white people, white males in the NFL than there were black.
I mean, it could be.
Not trying to, like
I just said I heard it a few years
It
ago,
could
but
be though.
I mean, maybe
It's mostly-
because
And just because a lot of people make it to the league, don't mean they gonna stay
When
there.
it-
Because a lot of people get cut too. A lot of people might get them in trouble and all that other stuff too.
A lot of people
Or might
get
not even
hurt
be
their
good
first
enough.
year.
Yeah.
I agree to that.
and
but
then a lot of people, like, just because they dark skinned, they're black, and they're not even black. Like, they could be Haitian or
Tua.
whatever.
I don't know if he's black or not. Sorry, I'm sorry.
He
Tua.
Hawaiian.
Yeah, he not black.
What's the
He
difference?
Hawaiian.
Okay, I guess there's.
In
Racist.
I'm
in
sorry.
Black
I just-
people can be racist.
But- sorry,
like,
Tua.
it's just in America, if you any shade of dark, you're black.
Basically.
Like Kamala Harris. That
Yeah,
bitch ain't
like
black.
she's not even black, but when she was running for her position,
First black.
oh, I'm black. As soon as she get what she wanted, I'm not black. Well, what are you talking about? Say, that's not me.
Black?
Say, I'm not black. I'm Dominican.
Who's black?
Like,
She's not
bro,
Dominican.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, I
like,
get what you do.
like, bro, like, there's a lot of people who are not black who just claims black, or they don't even claim it. It's just that's what's thrown on them.
Cardi B.
Exactly.
She's not black. She's Dominican and Puerto Rican.
Exactly, but she's dark enough and she's in America, black.
Yeah.
She grew up in the hood.
Yep.
She speaks
You
that
that's
slang.
why
speak
she
a certain
black.
way, you
And
look
I
a
wanna
certain
say
way, you're
this.
black.
To what Dick was saying about how it's not a many black lawyers, I feel like we might not be dominating like we is in entertainment and sports, but it's a higher percentage than it was in the last 50 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But-
true.
but those
the
jobs are-
majority of those people are.
I feel like those
But
jobs
see,
set you up
we
for
being
retirement.
But
Entertainment jobs don't set you up for retirement. You don't get a you gotta do it yourself, and those people aren't taught that.
True, but
That's
you
why
gotta
I
set
wanna
up
say
your
that's
own
why a lot of them
401k.
fuck over that money
This is
when
why
And
they
they
don't get it.
performing while they 50, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, yeah,
Some of
she
these,
still can
like-
perform." No, the bitch going broke. That's why she still gotta make
but
money.
see,
No
the
cap.
reason
She want to retire. She
the
just
low-key
old as fuck
reason
and
why I
ain't got
feel
no
like
money.
most of these people push towards entertainment, because some of these, like a doctor, some of these doctor's jobs, some of these lawyer jobs are grandfathered in because most Caucasians own these
You can say that
companies.
for the entertainment. I see a lot of child actors
Yeah.
whose
Like, let's
parents
think
are
about
either rappers
how many
or,
black people
or
on the sports team compared to how many white people do.
rappers
see, that's what I was trying to
or
say.
singers or actors themselves. Like
And then
a
plus,
lot of
Listen to
stuff is grandfather in. That's just I view it as another excuse for people to
yeah.
say, "Oh, I don't have to try."
When it
I
comes
don't
to
have try.
entertainment and sports, if you ass, you ass. Prime example, Jordan's son. He get no love. Don't care about his daddy. You can't do what you like.
Exactly, that's an excuse. That's what I'm saying. You said doctors and lawyers and stuff, they're grandfather in.
I'm talking about like head of positions, like they get
You
grandfathered
don't need
in.
you don't need to have
Not
a
even having the skills
that's
to do
an
some of that
excuse.
stuff. They get
You don't need-
grandfathered in.
Who? No, he over there. You don't. That's an excuse to me because you don't need to have somebody like that was top head to be top head. Like do the work. You gotta outperform the person that is grandfathered in and take their position. Do the work. Work hard. And a lot of people that they say are grandfathered in, those people put in the work too.
Because honestly
And-
speaking,
and
when
people
you're
say,
when
look-
you're grandfathered in, it's like you're under a microscope. Because
Yeah, and you
they
get compared.
expect you to be. It is. They do
They-
expect you to be better.
it's
than
a
the
lot of
average
pressure.
person. It is a lot of pressure. And
That's
nine times
like
out of
your
10,
doctor being
them people
your
don't
dad
probably
being a
wanna do
doctor
that.
and you trying to follow his footsteps. They gonna compare you every step of the way to your dad. And if you're not performing at his level or above, best believe you're not about to get the job position. You think like your dad did better, why aren't you? Your dad did this, why aren't you?
It's not
That's
always
just
a
an
good thing
excuse
to
that
be
a lot of people
grandfathered in.
and that's the thing, the black community have a lot of excuses as to why they cannot do better. Like, bruh,
Excuses
you
are
can do
tools of
better, bro.
incompetence.
And like, and the crazy thing be is like, yeah, we just keep making excuses, but like the excuse is not gonna change nothing. So like, there's no point in making them. We just might as well. do better.
Racism is the
That's
biggest
only way it's gonna
excuse
change.
out there.
I would say
Oh,
that's
they
not true.
racist.
You can't say it. If somebody is racist, racism does play. Like I think we talked about this.
They can't hold you back.
racism is
It's not everywhere.
It's
as
not
potent as it is.
You could say St. Mary's. Okay, the head of St. Mary's racist. They don't want to hire black people. That's not to say Good Sam's is racist, and the head of their hospital is racist and don't want to hire black people. Spread your net. Go somewhere else.
But
Yeah, this
why
might
they
be your
can't?
dream. Go somewhere else. Get into a position. Get
People are-
hired.
you
Be
can't-
above them, and then go back to St. Mary's and be like, hey, I'm your boss now. Like, I'm over the health department or whoever oversees what hospitals can and can't do, or if they doing malicious things or what is it called? Malpractice or something like that. Do that and go back there and try and change the shit.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause the excuses ain't gonna put us in position.
just because you making it.
I don't know about y'all, but I experienced real racism, like in school, in the
Yeah,
workplace.
not to say that it don't
Like,
happen.
I mean-
because
Yeah.
it definitely
We're
do.
not
It does.
saying that it won't happen.
But you said
And
that's
I'm
an
not saying that it
excuse.
didn't
You just
happen
said
to
that was an
me.
excuse.
Yeah, but that didn't hold me back. People probably
But
looked
see,
at
that's the
me
point.
in
It's
a
like,
welfare
I feel like
house,
it's only a
bad
reason up until a
neighborhood.
certain extent. Like she said, if you don't work for it, then I feel like it's an excuse. But like if you keep
And a
putting
lot-
the work for it, but then it might be like it wouldn't be as much as an excuse.
If you want to look at somebody who you could say like really had it bad, look at Dr. Ben Carson. Black man, and when I say black, his mother's black, his father's black. His dad cheated on his mom. She left him. She was a single parent in Detroit in the 60s. Real racism. But that didn't hold him back. Look at his accolades. One of the best doctors out there. Neurosurgeon. He was illiterate. The kids picked on him because he was black. He went to a predominantly white elementary school, predominantly white school. They picked on him because he was black. They called him dumb. He was dumb. He couldn't really read. His mother, uneducated, couldn't read herself. Learned that her sons weren't doing good in school because of what she was letting them do. Watch TV at home, F off, not doing homework. She changed that. Oh, you only get 3 hours a week in one program. That's it. You go to the library. You pick out a book. You read it. You do a report. You don't take it to the school because this ain't a school assignment.
Yeah.
This is an assignment for me, your mother, someone who cannot read, someone who was illiterate, cleaning white people's houses. You cannot say, oh, because of racism, this gonna hold you back. This dude is one of the top neuroscientists in the United States. A black man, if not the top.
So what
He was
do you
the
say
first-
about everybody else? Because
Excuses.
How?
Excuses.
You can't say that's an excuse when
Excuse.
Bro,
This man
racism
grew up
is
in the
not as-
60s.
Racism is
Racism
not
is
as
not-
strong as
racism
it
was
was back
real.
then.
The thing about it is, people do
He
use
grew up in the
racism as an
60s.
excuse, and racism is not going anywhere.
Bro,
it's not
it's
going anywhere.
easier
It's not going
now.
to stop the show.
Yeah.
Like if you keep
Do
saying,
you
"Oh, it's
understand
racism,
the rights
racism,
that we
racism,"
have
Like,
nowadays?
people
They
are
didn't
not-
have. And
they
people
didn't have
accomplished way more
until
than what
the
we
later
accomplished now.
60s.
It's an excuse. It's saying that it's like it don't hold certain people back. Like yes, I understand he
It
overcame
don't.
it, but it's certain people who get in position who only have that one option where they need this or they don't have nothing. Then
That's
what?
not to say you can't work around it. That's
But
not
then
to
how
say you
you-
cannot work around it because
He
there's
had other
be
options.
realistic.
What
There is
other
not
options?
one
What other-
option.
He
Exactly.
created his options.
Exactly. He
He
only
made
had his
his
mother.
way.
He didn't have his father in the
Some
household.
people don't got nobody. What happened? Why happened you an orphan?
That
Then
still
what?
It's
shouldn't
not
be an
like only
excuse.
black
That
people.
shouldn't
It's not
stop
like it's
you.
only
That
black
still
orphans
shouldn't be
out
an
here.
excuse.
I didn't say that. I didn't say.
But that's
like,
what
do we
you're.
know how
That's,
many-
that's
do
what
we
it
really know how
is.
many,
What if you're an orphan? Okay,
But-
what's gonna hold you back from doing what he did? Just because he had his mother to push him doesn't mean you
Some
can't
people
push
need-
yourself. And I understand some people need motivation from outside sources,
But
but
You go
that's
find a
it.
mentor.
That's the
still
point. Some
that's still
people-
no excuse.
I wouldn't call it an excuse, but you gotta put. You can't deny it's a major role. It play a major role in certain people's downfall. It do.
I don't.
It's
I
a
don't
it's
think
a
so.
speed bump in life. You either
Yeah.
go over the speed bump or stop right there. That's all it is.
And most people
Everybody
choose-
got
I feel like
their
that's
hills
easier
to
said
climb.
than done. Cause if you don't, if you
Well,
like y'all
everything easier
have
said than done,
y'all
yeah.
have other like y'all have a family network. If you don't, if y'all didn't have this, I don't think y'all would have had the same mindset. Y'all have people
I
pushing
would.
y'all.
I
You
would.
you have it, so you wouldn't know.
I would know, cause I would. You think
Okay.
you think my credit is the way it is because I was taught that way? No.
You have
I learned-
examples from.
My mom
You have
had
examples
no
of bad credit.
bad
And
credit.
you learn
and what
from
she,
it.
I didn't learn from
And
her.
just like
'cause
she said
what did
about
she
him,
say?
his
What did she
mama
say?
was
She
illiterate.
said,
So
"Don't
what,
get."
you just
She
woke
said,
up one day and say,
she's-
"No, I'm gonna have good credit." You
Yes.
learn from their mistakes.
Well,
Did you
how
learn?
am I gonna learn from her mistakes when the only thing that she said probably 2 times out of us growing up was, "Don't get a credit card; it's gonna mess up your credit." That's all she said. Twice.
And getting
Twice.
a credit
How
card
I'ma
don't
learn
get
from
messed
her
up your
mistakes?
credit. It's how you
I didn't
use
know
your
what her
credit
credit
card.
was.
Exactly.
How am I learn from any mistakes? She's not showing me anything.
Exactly.
I don't know if she had good or
just
bad
knowing
credit.
somebody has good or bad
Like, I
credit
didn't know
doesn't
that.
teach
I
you
didn't know
how
what
to
her
build
credit
up your
was.
credit yourself.
I didn't know what her credit was. I didn't know how to build credit. I didn't know. I looked
So what steps? What steps you took to learn to not have bad credit? Please tell me.
research. I searched it up. YouTube.
Everybody has
Google.
Everybody has Google.
I
They used
read
to
So
say,
you just
they
woke
used
up
to say
one
if
day
you
and
want
say,
to
"I'ma
hide
search
something
up
from a
credit."
black person, put it
That's
in the
what
book.
you did.
It's literally not that hard to
It's
do that.
really not.
You
No,
can
I'm
change-
asking
you can
is
literally
that your
do it right
mindset?
now.
That's what you did.
That wasn't my mindset. My mindset was
You had examples of bad credit around you.
I didn't have examples
So
of bad
Dika,
credit. How am I know what her
you
credit
just-
is if she ain't tell me? If the only thing she told me, don't get a credit card, is gonna mess up your credit. She only said that twice in my childhood. I didn't know what her credit score was. I didn't know why we was living in these type of houses or renting or didn't have a home to buy. She didn't explain financial things to me. Neither did my granddad. You got to go and ask him for him to explain it. Never did I go and ask granddad, oh, how do you build credit? No. I searched it up myself. I learned about credit in high school.
So
Those are the people.
From that day you learned about credit, you were like, I'm gonna search up credit. Make sure
Why would you not?
I didn't get a credit card right then and there, but a couple of years later, yes, I got a credit card and built my credit.
You learned credit in high school too, right?
No, I didn't learn until like college.
And the only thing that you learn,
worked on my credit.
the only thing that you learn from school is they'll tell you like, oh, if you got good credit, which is this number, then you can do these things. Or if you got bad credit with this number, you can't really do anything. And that's all the banks looking for when you go to buy a house or something like that. They don't explain, they don't break it down to you. They just tell you that flat out. I had to go look up that stuff for myself, which is not hard, especially in these times, in these days. Come on, everybody got a cell phone, or an access to a library or the school library.
You don't even need to get a library card. You can sit there and read the book.
You have access
and not
to
only
where
that,
you can get
my
the
bank sent
information
me
that you
financial
need from
wellness
somewhere.
things that I read when I had no credit, and no credit is just as worse as having bad credit. But nobody told me that. I had to read it on my own. I had to go and look for that stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
And
no one told me
like,
that.
But that's
no one.
But what
telling
people
you don't get a credit card, don't get a credit card.
It's not because my mother taught me about credit. My mom didn't teach me
you had
anything.
bad examples of bad credit. Which
Who?
pushed
But who?
You just let it.
Granddaddy got good credit.
Who? But look, who? You said it was pushed to me how?
Your family.
But
like,
who? But who?
You
But
though?
she's
don't
saying
just wake
it
up like,
wasn't
ooh,
pushed.
you know what? Like you.
I just explained to you where I learned credit from.
High
My
school.
mom said, "Don't get a credit card. It messes up your credit." High school, where everybody goes. If I'm not mistaken, everybody got to get to high school. If you drop out,
not including
you
people that
can only
dropped
drop out
dude.
at 16 and 18. That's it. And if you in middle school at 16, don't
You
give
might as
up.
well
Don't
drop
give
out,
up.
goddamn.
I was gonna say you might as well,
Get it, try
but
to
don't
get
give
your
up. Don't
GED.
give up. But everybody,
I was about to
it wasn't
say,
from.
boy, get
I
your
didn't
GED.
have. If I see an example as bad credit is if I'm seeing my mom get her truck repoed that she was like, oh, I gotta make this payment on. That's or her getting her furniture repoed because she didn't pay on. I would see that and be like, yeah, you had examples, but that never happened. One, and no, my mom, like, she didn't explain to us. She didn't even tell us, like,
most
oh,
people-
So you never saw nobody get repoed.
Most people don't.
never.
Me neither.
But I never
My
knew.
auntie
I never
got some
knew.
bad credit.
I never knew that my mom was paying on the vehicles that she had until I was older, and could understand, like, oh, and hear her say, oh, I gotta go make this payment. Then it was like, oh, that's what it is. And not only that, I never knew that was connected to credit. I just thought, hey, she just gotta finish paying for her car or something. I wouldn't see that as an example because I would say if my mom sat us down and like, this is what a credit score is. This is my credit score. This is on the scale, average, bad, good, or whatever. This is where you don't want to be. Don't get yourself in debt. Student loans or something like that. Yeah, my mom has student loans, but I didn't know her plight with that, her struggle or whatever. And I ain't learned that until later on in life, like I said with the car thing. I didn't have an example because she never showed whether or not if she was struggling to pay her car or her student loans or anything. She never showed that to us. She never explained that to us neither. I had to learn about finances on my own. My mom didn't teach me how to save. I knew how it felt to go to the store and for her to be like, we gave you money. You chose to spend it all. So I chose to save it. So when we go to the store, I didn't gotta ask her to buy me anything because the $5 that she gave me last week or that Uncle Mike gave me or whoever, I can buy whatever I want with that money.
So that wouldn't be an example?
That'd be an example on how to save a little bit
Saving doesn't build up your credit though.
But by not being able.
Because saving,
so you can be saving all the money in the world but have no credit card.
No, it does not. I had a
The
savings account before I
don't
had
help
credit.
your
That does not help your credit.
What saving account y'all get? Because when I opened mine with Bank of America, they was like, you save this and you keep it in there for a year, it boosts your interest. Like, not interest, but it was something they
That's
said it
what
could
they
help.
told me.
You
And
must
I got
have-
No,
that.
well, what you got is like a special one. You get
You
a
probably
regular
had, like,
savings
different savings
account.
accounts
Yeah,
that
there's
you get.
different
Yeah.
accounts.
The savings
so
account.
They
no.
just hooked you up.
If that
They
even
probably
helps.
just told you it
Shit.
was a savings account just so you can understand
That sounds like
what
one
they
of
talking
those.
about.
What are those
I was
Yeah,
at Bank of
credit
America.
builder?
yeah, that's
things.
a credit builder account. That's
Yeah,
why they
like-
told you to leave it in there for a year.
You gotta
Don't mess
put money
with it.
in there, leave it in there, and then once you, it's
Because what they would do for you is it'll look like you're taking out that much, but you're paying it back.
I don't see none of that as an example because if had I
The only
not
reason I don't see it as an
Yeah, I feel
example
like
is because
example
you
is like
didn't
art.
know.
Yeah.
An example can only be something of like what you know or was explained
If
to
you
you.
Yeah,
would
that's
took
what I'm
her
about to say.
advice,
It gotta be-
the
it
example
gotta
that
be
she gave
explained
you was
to you in
not
some
get a
type of
credit
way.
card.
never
That's
get a
what she
credit
told you.
card, I
Exactly.
would have still had no credit right now if I hadn't got a
Yeah,
credit
growing
card.
up, people was telling me no credit was better than bad credit. Or if you get a credit card, don't pay it all off because it's better for you to only pay the minimum instead of all of it. Like, people was giving me some bad advice.
Yeah, bro. Like,
A terrible advice. I'm glad you met me. No, I'm just
Like literally, people told me to not get my credit too good because then it would look bad. Like, if my credit was a 850, they're going to be like, oh, I don't want to lend to that person. But someone with a 520 credit score, they would lend to them because they can make money that way. Which I'm like, yeah. So,
I don't
Oh.
deal with my credit. I deal with cash. That's how.
But you
see,
that's-
but you
that's
need
wrong.
credit.
I know
Cash,
I
cash
don't
can
deal
only
with.
get
I
you
don't
so
pay,
far.
like. I don't try to use my credit to get like nothing.
But that's
I
the
was always
thing.
taught to use cash.
Yeah,
And that was
ca-
bad. That
cash
was
is-
terrible.
Cash is
You
only going to
can't-
help you
you
with
can't build
little
your credit
purchase
like that.
things.
You
Look,
would never
that-
be able
that
to get a
credit-
house
Hold
loan.
on.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Never
You
gonna
can't
be
get a
able to
house
get a
if you
house
don't
loan.
have
Like your
credit.
house, to even
You
get
think
a
they
car.
gonna give a house loan to somebody with no credit history?
That's a cash. That's a house loan. If you have the cash, it doesn't matter about your
Oh, you
credit.
about
So
to
you-
save up
okay.
like
Yeah.
100.
I'm not lying. I'm just
I
saying.
understand.
If you got the
That's
cash,
true,
yeah.
but,
but
like,
Now I'm
The
not
only-
saying
the
you
only
is
way
not
they-
gonna have the
bruh.
cash to build a new house. or to
Houses
buy a house.
nowadays,
Yeah.
at the minimum,
Like,
$350,000.
Right,
even,
housing
even
prices.
Unless,
still, if you don't,
unless
if
you
don't
want to
have-
fix it up.
And if you don't have all the money, they're going to check your credit history to see if they can give you the rest of the money needed to pay off that
Not
house.
even give loans.
Yeah, it's to
Yeah,
loan
loan.
you the rest of the money.
I know how it works, but I'm just the type of person. I was raised to deal with cash. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna pay for something, pay it in all in cash.
But
So
see,
we
look,
gotta teach our
but we
kids
we
credit.
both can go up there, and if we both don't have the full amount, we both have
That's
the same
even
amount of
with
cash.
cars,
They're gonna
too.
go with me because I have a better credit score.
That's even with cars. And
You might
credit,
even get denied.
really what credit is really is
Yeah.
just showing that you could pay it back a loan. That's it. That's all it's showing.
For real.
Why it's so important, I don't know. I really don't. Because like you said, if you got cash, you got cash. But still, these people,
Yeah,
these
the
banks,
majority
these
of people,
institutions
if we're being
nowadays,
completely honest, niggas ain't
they
just
wanna
walking
see that
around
you
with
have credit.
hundreds of thousands of dollars to just be able to go buy a house because they would.
Exactly.
And
I
even
would.
even the people that do have that money, they don't do it because they want to build their credit.
or sustain their credit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Hey.
they let that money sit.
I'm gonna build my credit. If anything, that's what I'm gonna do. Cause I already know
For my shit to come in the mail.
I ain't got no.
I gotta pay off my credit card.
I gotta get a job before I get a credit card.
I ain't got no what it's called. Ain't got
What's
no money
called?
for no house. Ain't got no money for no car. But the thing
Got a
is,
car. And it's paid off.
That's why we trying to get another car. So that when we need to go to two different places at once. But yeah, like shoot. I mean, credit is really important to all the people who be like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about building credit because you're young." Like
No, that's not
credit,
true. That's
credit
not
is the most important thing to build.
And the
Like,
older your credit, the better.
yes,
Most definitely.
like responsible parents. This is going out to y'all.
Because
if y'all have it,
parents,
if irresponsible parents ain't gonna do it right.
nah,
No, like they'll get a credit
kids.
card, but they'll use their kids and ruin it.
They'll run
No.
their kids' credit
No.
up.
Something I wanted.
No, what I was gonna
kids
say
mess
was
it up.
like responsible parents is to get your kids a credit card.
Yeah.
Even at like 1 or whatever, if you're able to get it, and then that way you can just start building their credit while they're like this.
Don't fuck up your
And-
kids' credit.
Yeah, don't mess up your kids'
Too many
credit.
people do that. Too many using
What?
their kids' social security to get dang cable
Yeah.
or credit card or
Oh, she was sleeping.
For real, I was just about to say that too.
Well, now let him come lay my baby down, please.
what
But
happened.
yeah, I mean, and it's crazy how like depending on what school you go to, like the schools don't teach you. Like
She not gonna. She taking him in the room with her.
like even with my schools, like I can't even remember. Like in high school, my senior year, my math teacher started teaching us about credit like the last 2 weeks of school.
That's when I learned about credit was senior year too, and that's only because I had took the elective class to learn about it. If I wouldn't have
They
took that
took
class,
out all the good classes.
if I
What
wouldn't
you
Yeah.
need in life.
if I wouldn't have had that class, then I still really wouldn't have known.
Yeah. Like, and that's the thing. Like she said, they took out all
They
the
took out
real.
home
And you know what's
economics,
crazy?
They took out
Classes you
driver's
really
ed.
need.
They took
You
out
said,
all
like,
those.
You said like if you got good examples, you'd be good. That's not true. There are a lot of people out here with great credit, but yet teach their kids lickety split. They kids run up $100,000 in debt.
Yeah.
Just because their parents didn't teach them. They just seen that their parents had good credit, so they try to follow in their footsteps by taking out loans and paying it back and doing what have you, whatever you need to do to try and build up credit. There are people out here like that right now today. Seen a video about it.
Yeah. Like a lot of people.
Because I watch a lot of financial
people don't know
wellness.
how to.
I watch a lot of financial wellness on YouTube.
It finally wasn't me.
It was nasty.
Wow, this
But that's
nigga said it probably was.
But that's the thing, racism, like I feel like people give too much power to racism. That's why it's still alive nowadays. Because
Wait, what you said?
people give too much power to racism.
Yeah, they do.
That's
They
why
do.
it's alive nowadays.
Yeah, just like you said, they try to use it.
They use it
as an excuse
for
But
everything.
it's like, if
Why
you
can't
know
go to this
people
church? They
racist,
racist,
Why you
bro.
think you gonna get a pass then?
It's too many.
Like,
it's too many
why you
white
think
people
people
at
gonna
that
cater
church, bro.
to
They
you?
racist. They racist, bro.
Bro, like,
And you see every dude got a white girl, bro. They racist, bro.
Yeah, like
You move into a neighborhood that your neighbors come not just to see, just to say hello, because that's what they do in the neighborhood, bro. They just want to see if we own this house, bro. They racist, bro. They racist. I knew.
I'd be happy to tell them, yes, I
bro.
own my home. Thank you for
For real.
asking.
Like, no.
bro, yeah, like people.
No,
you,
I'm not moving. Not no time
for
soon.
real.
Period.
Like-
I plan on staying in this house till I die.
Yeah, like
You'll
legit,
see me
like
right here on this porch like this.
like
Oh
a
my
month
God.
or two ago, like it was this girl. It was this girl I was talking to because I was over at a friend's house, and she was a friend of my friend's sister, so she was over there for her, and I
That
started
sound
talking to
racist.
her,
No, I'm
and
playing.
and the girl was like she moved down here from like Idaho or something.
You the host.
And she was talking about how like in Idaho is like mad racist, like she wanted to be a doctor or whatever, and she was like, and she was like, it's like much harder for her being a black female than it is her white counterparts. But
Some water.
no, I'm good. But as I kept realistically interrogating her.
This nigga.
Like she told me, she was like, yes, she still did everything she had to do, but she felt like she wouldn't have got to the position she wanted to be in, so she left because of the racism up there in Idaho.
So then when
And-
it really came down to it, she didn't try to get to that point.
Yeah, because she was trying to say, oh, racism holds me back, racism holds me back. But
you didn't
as
even
you're
know.
telling
you don't
me,
even know, 'cause you
yeah.
didn't even try to get there yet.
And then from what she was telling me, she was still climbing to her goal.
Yeah.
But then she felt like the racism was going to keep her from her goal, even though she wasn't realizing she was climbing closer and closer to her goal. So she moved to somewhere where she was like, it's
Gotta
less
start all
racism.
over.
Yeah.
So really,
If
it sounded like
anything-
it wasn't holding her back as much
Well,
as
we
she thought
said
it
it's
was.
not
Is
less racist. If anything,
Like
in Florida?
it's not less racist.
yeah,
There
Certain
aren't
states
a
it
lot
is.
of. There
In
aren't
Georgia,
a
We're
lot
less
of.
racist than Texas. Probably.
Georgia still have sundown towns. We have one in Florida. They have three.
Alrighty.
I mean, I feel like it's just like the certain area of people, because that's all it is. Racism is just people's choice. So
And it's not the majority of
Yeah.
white people. It ain't the majority of black people.
it ain't even the majority of any place you go.
Real,
It's
like,
realistic, like you
even
said.
Asians,
They have
Asians don't like Asians
Yeah.
be racist to black people. We didn't do nothing to them. Not that I know
Tiati
of.
did. I ain't gonna say what she said though.
Yeah, we gonna. I want to know, but we gonna talk about it off camera.
Oh, you wasn't here when she was talking about Cairo.
Uh-uh.
I think he was asleep.
yeah, but like the thing is like racism can only hold you back if you let it.
It's not racism. It's you.
I don't,
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
agree to that. I've seen people literally get pushed aside because of racism. I feel like
But when
Can
they
you give
get,
us that
but
example, though?
when they got pushed aside, did they keep fighting?
yes, this lady
But
still
what
worked there.
happened? Can you
Yeah, she
elaborate?
still works there. So how is racism?
She was supposed to be the supervisor.
Okay, but you make it seem like she lost her job because of racism. Like she can't work because of racism. Like she still has her job just because she can't get that position she wants. Doesn't mean she's
got
just
the qualifications to go somewhere else.
yeah. Like she can go somewhere else
But
if she wants.
you didn't that's the same problem you were just saying about the doctor lady. She said
Well-
quit. She should keep trying, right?
Yeah, but he said she didn't even try to get to that
Yeah.
position first.
But I just gave you an example. This lady was literally
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then she
running
did,
for the
and she,
supervisor.
but just like
and got
Brandon
pushed
just said,
aside
did she try to
because
go
of her
like? Did she
color.
try to go somewhere else? Because she clearly has the qualifications. So maybe she might not have to do it at that place.
She'd
can
have
go
got to
to-
leave the city where she is,
And
where
then-
she's
Yeah.
at.
And my
Like-
thing is,
Shoot, she didn't even got to leave the job. She could go to a different location
Well, hold
of
on.
the job.
but my thing is,
Like, if it's at a
how do you
hospital,
know?
JFK
How do
got
you
like
know that
three-
she didn't
three
get the
different-
position just because of her color, her skin color?
If she knew that for a fact, she should have sued.
Exactly, because
That's
that
the
sounded
thing,
very
though.
recent,
I
and
seen
you
this-
you can't deny somebody a job position because of their skin color.
I forget what guy it was, but I seen this guy on YouTube. He's like I don't know if he's like a doctor or something, but he was like, back in his younger days, in the real times of racism, okay, if I must say myself, like the 60s and further back, he was in the military. He went to a base where him and his white guy was doing the same job. They was literally doing the same job. The white guy got promoted first, even though he felt that he was doing the same work and working as hard as the white guy. And he went to the bosses and he was like, yo, like,
What's the
we
problem?
pretty much progressing at the same thing. Why did he get promoted first or whatever? And they explained to him, and he asked, was it race? They was like, no, it wasn't race. When you say you thought y'all was doing the same work and y'all was working as hard as each other, no. This guy was doing more work than you was. He was working harder than you was. It's not because you were black and he's white. It's because he's working harder than you.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like
That's
a lot of people
don't see that.
only see what you do in the light. They don't see what you do in the dark, and then they think just because they not doing something in the dark means that you're not doing it.
Yeah.
But like that position, like the other person could have been doing whatever it took to get that position, while this person was doing the bare minimum.
You
Yeah,
never
bro.
know.
Well, then how do you know then?
How
The
do you
only
know?
way you could know if it was you.
19-year-old
The only way you could
had
know.
a supervisor position with the job required him to be 21. Now I'm 24, 25. This lady's 40. Our manager literally found out and told him, you have to step down. She took his position as temporary supervisor and was getting all her paperwork in there to be the permanent supervisor. They changed the so-called rules so he could still be 19 and be a supervisor, which is bizarre. This lady been working that supervisor's role for almost 2 months now.
I'm trying to see like where's the racism come in though.
Yeah.
Do you know his
Because
work ethic?
you didn't say anything about
Opposed to
race
hers?
right there.
Yeah,
You
you
only
said about-
But the
talked
thing
about
is,
age.
I gave it
you
to
going
y'all
off for
without the
seniority.
race to
You
see
going
what
off
y'all
for
would say.
seniority.
Or
Man,
just
we need
age?
the race. Like, we
Yeah,
talk about
if it's a
racism.
racist thing, like that means
He was
it's based
white, a
purely
19-year-old
off
white boy.
race. But that still means nothing. Like you don't know this kid's background.
You don't know how hard he was working.
Yeah.
Unless you do, just say it.
He wasn't working hard. He was making mistakes. They already said he was on his last term. He was sweaty, dirty, came to work late, stayed messing up all the time. He had more write-ups than anybody at the job, but because it was a predominant white business, she didn't get the job. She got passed up. Tell me how do this sound? I just tell you that the job requires you to be 21 to be a supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
You already been working this job for a year. They slipped him in without checking his credentials. Checked everybody else's credentials. And I mean, let's see. The main manager's been there.
So you said they did that specifically for him without everybody else too? So was everybody else trying to get to that position black?
Yeah. Because everybody else that was
But I mean,
how is it a predominantly white company then?
Because it
The
sounds like they're
bosses are
predominantly
white. I mean,
black.
white.
the bosses are white. The regional manager was white. The
But are you
CEO
sure they was white? Because like we said, a lot of people it's different skin shades in a whole bunch of different races. Because they can look white but be Puerto Rican or whatever.
It really wouldn't matter. My thing is that
If he didn't meet the qualifications, he didn't meet the qualifications. So he should never got the job. Period.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
That's true.
How do you know? How do you know if he met the qualifications or
Because he
not?
was underage.
It said,
But then he said they changed it, so now he
So he can
could
fit
be
the
up.
qualifications.
But he fits the qualifications now.
He didn't fit them before.
and he said they removed him from that position.
And
Then they
gave
changed
somebody
it.
else the job. Then changed
Then they
it. So
changed
he
didn't
it.
even pay
and
her the
he got
didn't
into
even
it.
give her the money for the like when you become a supervisor, you get a pay raise. She didn't even get her pay raise for the time she was working as supervisor.
Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, me
But the thing
personally,
is-
I would like switch companies or something.
for real, like if you
and you're
feel
getting it misconstrued because he said the lady shouldn't have left where she was and came to a different place.
who-
She left a whole state.
So
We're
time
not
out.
saying she
So
shouldn't
if
have left
no
that
offense, if
nursing.
y'all job gave y'all the shittiest routes, made y'all work gave y'all more routes than any
I'd have
other.
went somewhere else to a different company.
But he would just say you should work through it.
No, he was saying she
No,
should have worked
she
through it
said-
there because she
No.
moved from a different state.
Yeah, he said
But
because
didn't-
she
and
felt
she
like
said-
leaving
And
your
I
job.
even
You
said-
you just say
But she was
getting up, you should
the
work through
Yeah,
story
she
that
was
Vontae
pro-
was
she
saying
was
she
still
was
she
progressing.
was
progressing.
progressing.
she removed
and
herself
left.
before she even got a chance to try
get denied.
Yeah,
And
like,
she left from a state that she thought was racist by one example, one
Yeah, did she
city,
even try to
one
move
place
to
that
like
she
a
was working,
different
one
city,
place that
different
she
county,
whatever.
like anything like that?
I ain't saying move to a different state because when he told me that first, I was like, why she ain't go to a different school or a different job or whatever? I said that.
Yeah, it's like
'Cause
it's
the
not like
truth
that
is-
one place is your only option.
The most urbans are down south. The urban community is like predominantly south of us. Honestly,
That's not true.
yes, it is.
That is not true.
You
that is
sure
not-
about that?
New York, Chicago, Illinois, they have a bunch
That's
of
two
urban.
states. Out of how many?
But
Thank
it's
you.
But
still
you
not
said
down south.
majority of the urban communities are in the South. Okay.
I
But
mean,
fam, that's still
That-
like
I don't
that
see
still
that
doesn't
I mean,
as
it's
a-
still,
that still doesn't give
But
me an example as to
majority-
why she didn't
majority's
try
not-
somewhere
I don't see
else
that as
where
being
she was
true.
still at before she
Some
moved
Majority's
people
not
don't
all the
want
way
to
down.
like. If I know I'm qualified to
defense.
be the top, like a head nurse, and I have to still play second or third best to some new rookie or some new
So
nurse.
say you was doing that down.
Why
Say
would
the
I
same thing
continue
that happened
fighting
down
when I
here.
can come down here and make sure and know I can move up in a
But you don't
predominant?
know
So,
that. But
so
you
how
do
you
not
know you
know
can
that.
do it down
You
here,
don't know that.
but you don't know that you
You
can
don't
do it
know
up here
that.
if you
You
haven't
try,
tried.
you're right. You don't. But you
And
have-
I wouldn't say it's more. I wouldn't say Florida's more urban than New York. I wouldn't even say Florida's more urban
We
than
bigger than New
goddamn
York.
Massachusetts. I know that we're
Fam,
bigger,
a lot
but
of the
still,
peop-
a lot
if
of
you
the
talking about,
places
like,
here in
population-wise,
Florida,
let's be honest. A lot of people that come down to Florida are white,
old white people.
old white people.
and then most people
Snowbirds,
that's
bro.
coming from Florida is coming from New York and New
so
Jersey.
all the
and
white
that.
people leaving fucking New York to come down here.
I wouldn't say Florida's more urban than goddamn. I would say Florida is more urban than someplace like Utah. Yes, Utah. I would say that.
Because Utah
Colorado,
State is
I
keeping
would
it
say
white.
that.
Yeah. Again,
But
do y'all
those are
not
like
know
mid-
that New York
mid-
alone has certain areas where they are pushing black people, like Harlem, the Bronx.
What do you think they doing here?
Do you not know New Jersey is bigger than the Bronx? So if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on that. If I'm not mistaken.
New Jersey.
New York.
New York.
They have Massachusetts, New York.
Massachusetts, New York.
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Yeah,
I guess.
I think
New York.
Massachusetts
New
is-
York.
think
Yeah, I
it
thought
is New York.
Massachusetts was its own little state.
It is its own state, but I
Yeah.
swear it's in Massachusetts, New York. Like if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it probably is. There's a
Maybe.
Florida.
Yeah.
Florida
Yeah.
City, Florida.
So
Probably is.
I
no
forgot it
offense.
was.
we have
It just
They said
sounds
it's
so
a California
dumb.
city in California.
so
They doing some shit.
it's
But the only real doing is New York.
like no offense.
Anywhere
Like, how can I
else is
say
just
this?
stupid.
No offense. Titusville is a predominant white area.
So it's Sarasota, I believe.
So it's like Orlando.
Kissimmee.
So it's certain. Well,
That's
wait,
them things, but you gotta think about. No offense. I feel like this area right here, Rivera, is predominantly black. No offense.
But
I don't
but
have truly a good knowledge.
It
of
is, but where these people came from? They came from West Palm. They're pushing those people. They're doing this everywhere. It's
I know
called
they
gentrification.
gentrify, yeah.
They're doing that literally
But
everywhere. They're
Jacksonville-
pushing black people
Jacksonville is
up
predominantly
elsewhere.
Tampa,
Tampa's
Gainesville,
I feel like Tampa's predominantly
black.
I don't know.
party city, college kids type.
Yeah, that's Tally. That's Tally.
That too.
Tallahassee, yeah,
Miami.
black.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I don't know.
no,
'cause-
no,
'cause
Miami,
no,
no. Miami,
nigga,
no.
no, nigga.
Miami
You
got-
want to say it's a bunch of Haitians?
I'm not talking
and-
about Haitians
and
Cubans.
Hispanics.
I'm talking about them Cubans, them Puerto
Exactly, just
Ricans.
Hispanics in
Ah,
general.
nah,
Got that
nigga,
cross
nah,
that
nigga.
Them
water.
DJ Khaled's, man.
No.
They own that
No.
down
Yeah,
there.
them pit bulls.
Miami, they
No
own
cap.
that.
No cap.
Nah, nigga, nah,
Yeah.
nah.
It might be like it's certain areas in Miami.
They have a
There's
little
certain
Haiti,
areas in Miami.
but trust
And
me,
right,
little
here's
Haiti
the
probably ain't
thing,
even
it's
bigger than
just-
little Cuba. Nah.
Right,
You
and
go
that's
down
It could even be like
LFP,
like that here in
Nah,
Palm Beach
nigga.
County. Just look at
Technically, most
Jupiter.
Mexicans,
Like look at
bro.
Palm Beach Gardens, and just like you said, look at mostly like West Palm Beach,
Like
Wellington.
that's the thing.
Like,
Like,
look at all them
you're
places.
looking in like one
The
little
white
area.
part of West Palm Beach would be.
West Palm Beach.
West
man.
Palm Beach.
Nah, I've talked to like the rich people, and they say that their area is like PGA, like.
Yeah,
Like,
nigga, that
Palm
Palm
Beach
Beach
Gardens,
Gardens, Jupiter.
yeah.
It's still a bunch
Like,
of
that's-
people.
Not
It's still
just
a bunch
where
of
they
people
wanna be
in West Palm Beach, bro.
Excuse me.
I
Those
wouldn't know where
Even
West
in
Palm
Boynton,
Beach.
Those
even in
neighborhoods-
Boynton, bro.
those
like,
neighborhoods that they talking about, them big
like Boca
neighborhoods,
too.
like
There's
Ballin Isles and
mostly
stuff
white
like
people
that.
out there.
They got them in West Palm Beach. It's just ducked off. It's just ducked off from the urban.
Exactly. It's
From the
even, bro.
people-
Do you know how
from-
many mansions in Palm Beach Gardens? And I'll be there all the
You
time.
know how many
and
mansions
I've
is
never
in
seen them
West
bitches.
Palm Beach?
Don't worry, I see them.
Yeah, West Palm
But
Beach.
we ain't worry about you.
West Palm Beach
even
is not
still-
just that one area that we know of. West Palm Beach stretches all the way back that way
and-
too.
yeah, like
Like,
out west,
you
Royal
haven't
Palm,
even been in
Wellington,
Palm
bro.
Beach yet.
It's mostly
You know
white
what?
You
people.
ain't go cross
Palm
that
Beach,
bridge.
Palm Beach is nice, but
It's mostly
I
white
still
people.
won't.
I don't want to
even
stay
if it
there,
was
but I'm
mostly
saying
black
like
people.
the houses.
Those
there.
houses are. A lot of those houses got construction going on because a lot of those houses are old.
Oh, yeah.
It's only prime real
Oh, yeah.
estate because it's on the island and it's next to the water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where
But
you make
most
your
of
money
those
at.
houses are
Waterfront,
old.
Ocean View. I wouldn't want to be an Ocean View.
Oh yeah, we did.
It's like, yeah, it's like, we kind of did, we kind of didn't.
But before we move on,
Nah, I
over
feel
there
like we
where
should
I
go
be
back.
at over there in Mirasol, like
Where the,
yeah,
I don't even know where the fuck that is.
Palm Beach
like,
Gardens.
it's on
but
Palm Beach
Palm Beach
Gardens.
Gardens,
Take that
but you
road
gotta go
straight down.
slap
Yeah, you gotta
back.
go
You
west.
gotta
Like,
go
out west
all
in
the way
Palm Beach
back.
Gardens?
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, it's like even out west there is
Calusa, all
mostly
that stuff out there.
like the only black neighborhoods out west is like fucking the muck.
Yeah,
Like-
when she get out
I
there,
want to be in the muck.
For real.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh,
y'all
no.
know that was me. I had linked up. I ain't finna hide it. The
Oh,
My thing will literally sit there like that.
But yeah,
Talk it.
like we were saying, black people can't be
'Cause I just be
racist.
trying
Trust
to
me.
move
I
past
it.
know,
For real.
I know two
Bro, look
firm.
at Tiger Woods.
I had a
Tiger
Who's your
Woods
favorite
is
black-
I
he
have a
barely
I had
black.
a coworker who
I think his
said they
mom
hate
is
to
white.
say it that black people could be racist because they feel like white people would use it as as fuel. Like,
Feel like
They probably would. They probably just
White
look
people
down
already
and
know
look
Bro,
that.
racism
For real.
is a mindset. Like,
White
that's the
people
thing.
already know
Because
black
look,
people
bro.
can be
Because
racist.
any race can be racist towards another
Exactly, because all you have
Growing
to do
up-
is look at
Man.
children. You put a white kid and a black kid together, they will play together.
Race.
It is how
The
you
only
teach
reason
them
they wouldn't is
raising
just
up.
if they
They
don't
even bite me,
mess
I
with each
put
other
on mosquito
vibe.
spray.
Like kids
Did
look
you
at the
rub it
actual
in?
person.
Yeah, like this.
Yeah, because
Like, what
even
you
when I
are,
was
who you are
talking
as a person.
to Kehlani, my son's god sister, I was like, well, if I buy her a doll, it's gonna be a brown doll, so she could see, like, because back in the days, all they had was white dolls. So I was like, now it's like, if I want to get her a doll, I get her a brown doll. And Clay was like, well, that's racist, that's racist, that's racist. I was like, it's not racist, because if I'm spending our money on it, it's going to be a brown doll. But if she's in the store with me and she pick up a white doll, I'm not going to tell her, put that white doll down. Like, I'm not going to tell her that. I'm not going to do that.
I
feel
That's
like
what
I
she
seen a
picked
video
out.
like
And
that.
I even asked her, I was like, Kehlani, I was like, would you like a brown doll or a white doll? She was like, both. I was like, well, my money can't afford both, so which one you want? But
Yeah, which one do you want? Pick one.
yeah, pick one. But
Right,
you
they just
see,
wanna
that's
play.
the example. Like, kids don't see color, and that's
They
how
don't.
I choose to view. Like, for me and my own stuff, like even though it's like
Yeah.
racist people do say they don't see color, but
Man.
I
They be
choose
the
not
main
to see
ones.
color because
I don't see
I really
I'm gonna say this.
My
bad,
friends
cut
are
you off.
black.
I say this.
My
I
chauffeur
don't
is
see
black.
color. I feel
For real.
like only time I see color is when I know they make it a color problem. And I want to say this, because I say this again.
No, I ain't gonna lie. I could
Man.
agree to that because
Yeah.
that's something that
I ain't
do.
gonna lie, I see color. Yeah,
If it's not
I
like-
just
That
don't
nigga see
address
color. That nigga see ethnicity. Everything.
it. Yes.
When it comes to
Because it's in my face. I see it. I'm not going to just ignore it like these hooligans. I'm
It's not that I'm
going
ignoring
I'm
it.
going to see it. That does not mean I have to address it. Like, because what does your color have to do with anything? Now, depending on how light or how dark you are, it ain't gonna affect a lot.
Why you said
He
it? Why you
better,
said
he better
it?
well, just say that white people shit because that's what you think. That's what you get.
I got white people friends.
The craziest
Bro,
thing is
I'm
that growing
get
up,
white boy wasted.
bruh,
No, I'll only
growing
say
up, that's all you hear, bruh.
bro, I
Growing
only
up.
say that because
Honestly,
I
like to
do
party
wanna
with
go-
the white people because the white people stuff don't get
They
shot up.
exactly, and they
What?
know how to
Oh
have
my
fun.
God, y'all
without
racist
no
against
altercations.
y'all own race.
Nigga,
Fam,
you know they
that-
quick to shoot up a party.
Literally,
Bro.
bro, fam.
And it's about, it be over
I
some
swear
damn
to God, the
Jordans.
last party
Bro,
I went to,
people
like,
will go
the
to
last
black
real
parties looking
party
to
I
shoot
went
it
to, bruh, it was like, I think
I
I was in
didn't
like
fart. I
10th
mean,
grade.
stay.
It was like the second
It
half
was
of my
a chair.
10th grade year,
See?
and like a nigga literally.
Oh,
Was that the chair?
She said,
Oh, okay. But yeah,
Can you do it
bro.
again?
Like the last party I went to, I think it was like
wasn't a chair.
no, like January of like 2019, I think, bro. And like a nigga literally died like not too long after the party.
These niggas shot up. I would.
Bro, they shot up a football game,
I went
bruh.
to a HBCU. They literally
shot
shot at a probate. Like, why? Like,
They was-
because
and
they
was-
broke their
niggas was
line.
shooting at a
They
football
broke their
game
line,
where
bro.
most
No,
of
it
the
was
white
like
people be at.
fraternity beef.
We were
They
in.
broke their
we
And it
line.
were
wasn't even
in
fraternity beef. They
Wellington,
was just
bruh.
calling somebody gay.
Bruh.
he wasn't
He
gay.
was
wanna
gay.
say this.
He was
I-
definitely in that closet with that boy.
I can agree.
It was
But I
a
also
scandal.
want to put. I kind of don't agree because I've learned that it's the people you party with too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I went to kickbacks. I done went to like.
We have
oh,
We
one.
were
yeah.
at a kickback.
We've had,
Yeah.
know, we have
And
those.
it's
But-
the people you party with, honestly.
Yeah.
Because
Well, you know what? I'm gonna just
If you
say
party
this.
with
It
Ty,
be the
just know
niggas
somebody gonna
that
get cussed
the
out.
niggas shoot up the parties. Black folks know how to do what they need to do.
Nope. Not
said
even
it
gonna
be the
flex.
It be the niggas.
I done seen, cause no offense, these little
Niggas
white
and
boys
blacks is two
nowadays
different
trying to
things.
swear
They
they
trying to
gangsters.
prove something.
They
For real.
swear they gangsters, and we got Slim Jesus. It's a white boy from my city. He blown up, but he got a big ass scar on his face. I forgot his name.
Scarface.
But he shot up a party and did it.
Damn.
Yeah, like
No, did he get caught because you just told his business?
hey, the streets know. If the streets know, the police know. The hell?
Shit.
It's not what
Sometimes
you
they
know,
do.
it's what you can prove.
That
Word.
part.
No cap.
We have a bunch of parties. They don't get shoot up. I mean, shut
Yeah,
up.
but until I start fighting.
Yeah.
And she be grabbing for
No.
any and everything. Swear to
I
God.
hate this saying,
Grab the
like, I
phone.
hate this saying black people are so aggressive. No, we are not. No, we're not.
It's not all black people.
Yeah, it's
I
not
am
all black people.
a lover,
It's-
not a
Bro,
fighter.
it's you.
I
For real,
Yes.
for real, speak for yourself.
That part,
For
bro. And that
But that's the narrative they put out. Like,
Yeah.
even when
Bro.
we were speaking to your sister, well,
Bro,
your
and
brother.
a lot of them narratives that they be put out
Well, she
based
was
off of
like,
how
they
they react to
always-
How you
situations,
say?
bruh.
How you say? When we were speaking to your brother, she was. How you say that?
Oh,
How
Dad,
you
I didn't
say
catch that part.
But look, a lot of times, bro, when people
he
that
made a
created that
point
narrative-
and said like there's no black on black crime. Like honestly, they just make it seem like
Yeah,
it's a
bruh.
big old thing.
Crime is crime.
Yeah, that, honestly,
Like,
that's
if
what
you're
it
a criminal,
is.
you're a criminal.
But I feel like
But that's-
I'm not gonna
that's
say
the
no.
news that
I
say
feel like
that.
no.
Yeah.
I feel like there is, but they do over talk it. Because
They don't
if
talk
you
about
look
the
at,
white serial killers.
they do talk about the white serial killers. I don't know what news station you listen to.
I don't watch news. It's very
I
depressing.
watch news
For real,
clips,
it really
okay?
is.
But
I
the-
get tired of watching the news. Make me damn sad.
Yeah,
I just seen
I
some
can't
news
take
they
a
talking
full
about
segment.
It's some shit contaminated in goddamn frozen chicken tenders. And
What?
the bag in my house almost gone. So what I'm finna do now?
I always say when I die, I'm gonna die
For real.
full. Period.
For real.
But no, I
Say,
feel
well,
like
it ain't in
because
this bag.
Yeah, for real.
apparently.
For real.
I
They
feel
be
like
like, you
this
can catch
bag right
cancer from
here
the
is
air
not deep
fryers.
for the ones to
I'm
put
like,
in the air
damn,
fryer.
that's how I cook
I-
most of the food.
I feel like this. Okay, I'm gonna break up Black Lives Matter because they talk about how
shoot that bitch down.
no, because they talk about how a lot of the black people or black men are being shot and killed by white cops. That's not true. A lot of these gangs in these urban neighborhoods are killing each other far more
Bro, what?
than
That
the
is
white
very
cops. Okay, they
And I
show
feel
you
like it's
one
not
or
even
two
'cause they
incidents
black.
that happened that year
Is it-
about a white cop shooting a black dude, but they will not show you that every single weekend, not even on the weekends, almost every week in
Real.
these certain urban neighborhoods
Yeah.
that I will not name, they have a shooting
Here,
like,
dude.
come on,
But the
Yeah.
bruh.
thing that gets me
Like,
is the
get
people
outta
that
here.
the people that be ready to march for Black Lives Matter, but then be like free Lil Tay Tay, even though Lil Tay Tay just shot up the park and killed two little
Exactly,
kids.
bruh.
But this one I want to say on top of that. Like, no
No offense
disrespect.
to Lil Tay Tay.
No,
Whoever you are.
For
no
real.
offense and God rest in peace to George Floyd. But that man was doing up the criminal activities before he got arrested.
See, if you would have
But they
told
don't-
me this when he got arrested, I would have been like, it
He
don't
didn't get
matter.
arrested.
Yeah.
But no,
He was getting
he
detained.
was.
But I feel like it's just, I feel like that's kind of different.
I'd have
though,
been
'cause
like, you
even
wrong
still,
for that.
don't-
You wrong for
I
that.
feel
But
like
you're
that
right,
still don't get
though.
on the grounds to like do
Yeah,
what
I'm
they did.
saying
No,
that,
it
but
don't.
See,
It don't
that's
really
the point.
don't.
Y'all, we don't know the full
Yeah.
story. All
We
we
just
get
take that little segment, like
Yeah,
you
that's
can say
true,
you
that's
only watch
true.
a little segment,
is what
and
they
you just
show you.
run with
Yeah.
it.
It's what they show you. They didn't
But
show you
because
what
you
he
don't
was
do your
doing.
own research,
But see, it's still
you only
it's
take
50
what they show you and run with it.
And
Yeah,
then they
that's-
get mad at
that's
people
what the majority
like
of
this
people
lady
do.
that I watch a lot on YouTube. Her name Candace. They get mad at people like her because she actually go through the clips. She's a black lady.
Yeah.
I know you talking
She
about
goes through the clips.
Candace
She went through the
Owens,
clips and she
yeah.
was like, he should not be praised as a hero. He was a criminal who was high on whatever. If he was high,
I don't think he was high.
I don't know if he was high or not, but if he did the crime, he should have just,
Yeah.
you know. And they say that a lot, like, oh, it don't matter that they was what is it called?
A criminal.
No, when they be trying to like
A
break loose
resist
and stuff,
arrest?
resisting. It does matter.
That
It
is
does
you're
matter.
resisting arrest.
But at the same time, the force they gave it, they was trying
Yeah,
to use.
that's
It
no-
wasn't necessary.
Yeah,
though.
that's
But
the
it
only-
wasn't-
you-
it wasn't-
I
but
just
that's
want-
the- that's-
But
it
he
wasn't-
was a
it was-
big
But the
dude.
problem with black people
No,
is
the
we
only-
always try
no.
to
He
fight
didn't-
back physically. We never go.
Yeah.
And like he could have just got arrested, got their badge number,
Yeah.
and took it to internal revenue.
And I would say this right now. He shouldn't have died. Yes,
Yeah, he
we
shouldn't
all
have
agree to
died.
that.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't. And I was so it irritated my soul
When the
that that
people-
girl got an award because she recorded it. Like that irritated my
Yeah.
soul because
You
you could
just
have
recorded
easily
this man's
like
life.
you could have easily
Exactly.
stopped it, but people too afraid to like put their life on the line for somebody else. They rather march for somebody than to put themselves in the line of fire,
Exactly. Or
and
even
that's
like
so
you said,
irritating.
Even like
it's-
you said with like the badge numbers and stuff, the same day they're recording these people killing this man, they could have recorded all the badge stuff to report it.
Yeah, because
or you could have
Bro.
easily. I'm not gonna say put yourself in the line of fire, but it's something
Yeah.
that you could have did to at least give him a couple of seconds to breathe. Like,
First of
bro,
all,
because
do y'all
like
not
for
know
real, I mean,
it is-
like
my
with,
bad.
Like with most of that stuff, like I have said before, and I honestly do believe, most of the time when stuff like that happens, even with police brutality, it is because the person is not just listening and following the directions given.
They're being
now,
assholes.
Now there are some times where you can just have a pissed off cop that's taking their anger out on
But
you.
those
I'm not
cases
going to
are
ignore
rare
that.
to none.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is rare. And I've actually heard.
I don't know if
I've
I agree
actually
with that.
heard.
Yeah, I don't agree with
From a
that. It's rare.
I feel like it is.
But you don't
I feel
hear
like it
about
is.
them like you.
You really,
Bro, if
like,
it's not,
Yeah.
bro, okay,
if
well,
the person did,
Well, I
I
literally
want
want y'all to
seen-
just follow the young Turks. They would literally show y'all, and they don't just show bad cops. They show good cops doing good things. They show all type of political stuff. But the age of video camera have outed these bad cops now. These bad cops get outed daily, and it's prime example. It was a whole U.S. sergeant driving his Cadillac truck, got pulled over by 2 beat cops, and literally was.
But look,
I didn't-
I get he was in uniform and everything. I get that, but also he was in the wrong because he was resisting as well. Like he should have just followed their orders to the letter. Like I understand he was saying that he was scared. I understand that. I would have been the same way in that situation too, but.
Yeah,
I would
ain't
have
gonna
just been
I
like,
just
yo,
cried
you know,
in both
like,
directions.
because I believe he had his duty weapon or something that was near or something while he was scared to get his license or something, and he had his hands on the steering wheel.
So-
but I would have
But
rather
media pays
like
for
I would have
But
been
did
like,
you
you
not
guys
hear what
like
he
The
said,
only
though?
reason I kind of
Huh?
don't agree with y'all said is just because, like, I've seen a lot of scenarios where, like, it'll even be a white person resisting arrest and they don't handle the situation the same way, like, as they would a black man.
And
That's
people
the only
comply.
reason.
I've
'Cause
seen
I even
people
seen the video.
comply.
It was a white
And
man
Yeah, I've
shooting
seen that,
at
but-
the police, and they did not shoot back one time. And then they arrested this man once he just decided to stop shooting, and he just put his hands up. Like,
I feel
if
like-
we being
but-
completely honest, if that was a black man,
He
they
would've been dead.
Yeah, he
I've
would've
seen
been
white
dead, but
kids
I
shoot at a
feel-
police officer and still not get shot down.
But I feel
That's what I
like
just
I feel
said.
like those
I think you said a man. My bad.
It's the
Yeah, I
same
said a
thing.
white man.
Yeah.
But I was saying,
But yeah, it was
I
a
was
white
trying to
man,
give like.
But I feel
a
like
kid,
those
like,
are
2 kids.
those
literally
are like
shooting AK at
small
officers.
examples.
Yeah,
I feel like
like,
those
it
are
was-
like
he had, like, an
minuscule
AR and he was, like,
examples. I
doing-
feel like those are still like those examples that they show you, just like how they show you black people getting killed by the police,
Yeah.
and how they be like, oh, this is happening every single day. Like, no, it's not. I
That's
feel
true.
like that's the same with those
like, it's
videos
kinda
as
weird
well.
Because like it's just kind of weird. Cause like I don't know. Cause like I kind of agree, but then I kind of don't. Cause,
Like I was saying,
But-
I agree, but to a certain extent, I
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah.
disagree
Yeah.
because I've seen
yeah,
it.
cause
Yeah,
Like,
but the thing
Cause,
is
like, what they
also
did to
the
that
thing
one
is,
dude, like when that white dude, I think in Arkansas, when all those police like was holding him down, they was like beating him up and stuff. I don't know if y'all had saw that.
I don't know.
Like they was like kneeing dude in the head and all that other stuff.
I think I've seen
I don't
that.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find it.
I really started watching all those little videos and clips
I had
like
just
that
seen it
because
like
it's
when I
like,
was going through
yeah,
on Twitter.
it's like,
yeah.
bruh, don't show me the video. Show me the lawsuit. Show me the court. Show me what's going on. Is
Yeah.
you gonna take action to get these cops?
A
Bro,
recent video. Oh, my.
But
it's just the thing is like with videos like that, like I don't really like watching videos like that because it's like I said, like they'll only show that, like
Yeah.
they won't show the entire video.
Well,
Maybe,
that's
well,
true.
I mean,
That's
it
true.
may
Yeah,
be because
that's
they
true.
don't have the entire
Yeah.
video.
But
Like
they
you
might
gotta
have
give
just-
them that.
Yeah, that's true. They
But
might have
still-
just been started recording from where they seen
But
it.
sometimes
Yeah,
they be
but
from
it-
the office of body camera
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
and I'm not
yeah,
excusing
you got
those
sometimes-
officers
yeah.
either. But I will
yeah, most
say
definitely.
that black people are the minority, but we do majority of the crime, and it's not because that we're
But I
black.
just
It's
feel-
because
yeah.
of the financial situation
Yeah.
that we are
That's
in.
why
Because
I-
it's the
that's why I
same
say,
with
I feel like poverty-
poor,
like, poverty
poor
is gonna
white
breed
people as
crime.
well. But
Yeah.
But see-
Yes,
it's
that's true.
I feel
In
like
certain situations, I want to say this.
Flippers.
I agree. We do but when you say we commit the most crimes, I don't believe that's true. We get targeted more for certain crimes.
I don't feel like we get targeted for.
No, I can
That-
show you a
that's kinda
certain
like-
category not a category, an article where they article where they like it's been proven that black
Okay,
people get targeted more to get pulled over.
I would say you are true because there was years back there was like some things coming out where it was like, oh, if you're driving at night in a nice vehicle, West Palm, like downtown in West
Yeah,
Palm,
you would
you
get pulled
would
over.
get pulled over because
you,
you're
driving
black
while
and
black.
you were driving in a nice car and they thought, you might have things.
When I went to
Yeah,
jail.
cool.
Like, I got pulled over. When I went to jail, I got pulled over.
No, nigga, because you said you was speeding.
I wasn't the only one speeding. Like, no offense.
Hey, they
go
gon'
with the flow and
Hey,
was.
they gonna catch
But,
who
yeah.
they can. They gonna get behind who they.
The police
When I
gonna
got
catch
out,
you,
don't
stop.
But you can't sit here and say it was racist because you don't know if it was.
I didn't say that.
Yeah,
I
but
said
I'm saying, but
I
you
was talking
can't
about-
say you was targeted neither because you don't know if those other people that was speeding was also black and nice cars neither. You can't say that.
But
you
the
wouldn't, you
officer,
wouldn't know.
one of the female officer, this is just a ticket. I don't know why he's arresting you.
Maybe
I mean, well,
no,
then-
because
well, then that
they
kid
can't
gotta
let
make
you.
quote.
They can't let you go. If you don't have nobody to come pick you up.
It didn't matter. I wasn't doing. You can drive without license. You can still get a ticket.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna let
They're
you
not
drive
gonna let you
from the scene.
Yes, you can. I've done it before.
I don't know what cops
he
are
have
pulling you
that in
over.
Jacksonville.
I don't know what cops
I
are
don't
pulling
know
you
what
over,
these
but-
Yeah, don't say
Jacksonville
them
cops
names,
doing
'cause
because
then-
it don't
Yeah,
happen
them
down
five.
here.
No.
Well, I don't know their name, but a lady did. He got pulled over and he left. She was like, just go straight home. Like, it depends on the officer.
Yeah,
They
that's
do.
true too.
It really does depend on the
Because I got
ride.
pulled over a
Because-
couple times with
Don't-
my permit, and it was
'Cause-
nobody.
But you had a
there was nobody
permit.
in the car.
You had a
Like,
permit.
if
You
you're-
could have
if
also
you're-
lied as
foul.
well.
Oh
But
yeah, I did lie. Of course,
Yeah,
I
But I don't-
yeah,
I don't-
but if you
like,
have a
I-
suspended light, you're not supposed to.
But
That's
is it-
why they said it's up to the cop.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you're not
And
supposed
plus, they
to drive
don't.
off.
That's the
with a
thing. They don't
suspended
have to
license.
be.
'Cause
They don't
what
have to
another
give
cop pull you
you
over right down the
lenient.
street?
They don't have to be lenient to you. It's
Yeah,
up,
that's true,
like they
too.
said, it's up to the cop.
Yeah,
It's
'cause
their
I definitely
discretion.
that
But it's
definitely
not
has happened to me a
racist,
couple
nor
times.
is it prejudice for them to be like, oh yeah, you come with us. You're driving with a suspended. That's just their.
Yeah, that's
that's
them
just
doing
their
their job.
Man
discretion.
said,
Like,
I can
really,
give, he said this. I can give you the ticket, but I just don't feel like you would pay it. He said that.
nigga,
Okay.
you got other tickets you ain't paid. What are you talking about?
I was paying on them. What are you talking about?
But
But
still,
what, they
but
paid that
still,
time?
Most of them, yes.
But still, if he look at your record and he look at, okay, now you're paying it, but
But
how long
how-
it's taking
this-
you to pay it back?
But how can
That's
you
up
make
to
that
his
a-
discretion.
But again, how
But
do
it's
you
up
say,
to their
If I give you
discretion.
a ticket, I don't feel like you would pay it. How did that sound?
Your record, bro. Your record.
But you don't know if I'm paying off the tickets or what I'm doing to pay them.
But that's also, like
But
we
it's
said,
not-
up to
it's
his
gonna- But
discretion.
listen, until you pay it off, it's gonna show up as it's not been paid off.
But
And
again,
that's
that's
up
still,
to, but that's not
the
saying that he
statement
wouldn't do the
itself,
same.
how would you feel
How
so-
is that racist? I would
I
feel.
never
I'd be
said
like,
it was
I understand.
racist.
I'd be like, I understand, bro. I get it. I get it. I don't care. I can sit here and tell you anything. People say a lot of stuff. Try to get. I'm paying on it. I'm doing this. A lot of people. You could say anything to get out of a ticket. That's just what people do. But I would have been like, I understand. Like, I don't care. Like, you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. That's the same thing I did when I got that ticket. That dude talking about, oh, you wasn't wearing a seatbelt. I'll give you the seatbelt ticket, but not the stop sign because no, bro, you're not about to give me a seatbelt ticket. Just give me the stop sign ticket because you said I ran it and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. Because I was wearing my seatbelt regardless of the
I didn't
fact.
even
But then
argue. I just
whatever
let
he
them
said,
finish.
I
I'm
feel
not-
like you're not gonna pay this ticket, so I want to take you in.
If he would have said that, then it would have been like for me because my record was clean. Not one. That was my first infraction. If he would have said that to
Technically,
me,
I didn't even get another fraction within almost 7 years. No, hold on, 5 years
so
But it don't
so
matter.
can you
But you
explain
still
to
had
me
the tickets
when
on your
when you got the
background.
in
ticket?
different counties.
When you got the ticket?
Okay.
They can still
and if
see
you
it.
just said that didn't like from your last ticket was 5 years and he's looking up
And you're
you
saying that
still
you're now
got those
paying on
tickets,
it.
Yeah,
Or
and
you're
he's
paying
definitely
like
gonna
you're
feel
not
like you're not
paying
gonna
them.
pay that hoe.
It's been 5 years and you still got how many ever tickets you have. Yeah, I would fucking take your ass to jail. I'd be like, you're not about to pay this. You done had 5 years and you didn't pay off these. Like, yeah, like
He
it's
did nothing wrong in
understandable
my
under
eyes.
his
And if
under
it was
his
Devontae, I
discretion.
would say the same thing. Your ass should have went to jail. The bond ain't nice, but still, like no,
That shit was loud.
legit. Like the bond ain't nice because I'd hate to pay the bond, but goddamn,
I wouldn't have paid it.
for real, he probably would have
I'm
been
like,
sitting over
your
there.
ass should have been
Your ass
doing.
is
Your ass should have
grass,
been following the
nigga.
law.
But no, I'm just saying, like,
RJ's up.
that's just how I see it. If it would have been me, I'd have
You might
seen
need
it the
to turn
same
on the
way.
lights. Oh no, never mind. It's still good.
Yeah, it's
They
still
can
pretty
see
good.
us. But yeah, cause I don't know about that.
That's
Cause
in
there's
you.
plenty.
I mean,
You do your
but,
job.
but
got
with,
pulled-
with
well,
that
I'm
bit
not-
of
I don't even think I should say
information,
that
I was
because
trying
my
to
mama
track
don't
them
even
down
know everything about that ticket.
I mean,
I'm gonna just leave that to myself.
You got too many chances.
No,
He-
real. I got pulled over like 4 times before I got a ticket, and then when I did get the one ticket I got, I did get pulled over twice in one night.
Like this dude.
I got pulled over going to the place, and then I got pulled over leaving,
Oh, good lord.
and that's when I still have my permit. But then like the one ticket I did get,
that you actually had to pay.
yeah, I wasn't even tripping. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh,
And
I
then
got
even
pulled
cause
over
I
too.
only
What did
got
you
it,
do?
I had ran a red light because I was coming off the I and I was going too fast, bro. So I was like, I'm not about to stop.
Yeah,
And
no.
like, I
just
just
drag
changed,
the
so I was,
hose
like,
over your
ready.
purse. and
But
then-
I had like 14 grams on me. But I
What?
did not tell my mama that.
Yeah.
For
What?
real. I'm not
What
about to
did you
repeat
say?
it louder.
he said,
But
I mean,
hey,
I guess it don't really matter because I didn't go to jail for it or nothing like that. But I don't think they could have took me to jail because I didn't have over 28 grams
They
what
probably would've-
exactly?
They probably would just threw it out the
of
window.
marijuana. Bro, that nigga took my shit and smoked it. I know he did. I know he did, bro. I
he
know
didn't
he
give you a
did.
ticket for it. He
Nah,
turned
he
his
just gave
body
me a-
cam off. He was like,
What?
this is mine.
I know it. I
boy."
know he did. That nigga was talking about empty out your grinder and everything.
Oh
Like, geez
yeah,
Louise.
he took that.
And I know that nigga smoked my shit because he didn't even take the leaf. I'm like, fam, I'm underage to buy all of this. And he only took the weed.
Yeah, you took it. You took
That
it
boy
and
had
smoked
his
that
own
boy.
stuff.
You took
Yeah,
it and
bruh.
smoked-
Like, I had a whole pack of grab in there. I'm not old enough to go get that.
Heck
How
no.
did you get that? Oh, because it's the hood.
How'd you get that
For
chance?
the hood,
You're
they
black.
don't ID.
You could
Yeah.
clearly see that he's
If you
black.
look
Oh my
old
gosh,
enough,
he should have
Oh, yeah.
shot him.
Drink it.
Huh?
I hope you
Nobody
caught that on
else-
camera.
nobody
Nikki
else
did
heard
say
that?
they should have shot me.
No, I'm just saying, like, no,
Bro, I heck if it's that. Bro, even some of these restaurants, if it's close enough to the hood, like they don't ID.
Oh,
like
yeah.
even Chili's up there.
I get
Fam,
don't.
when we went to the
Oh my
place for
God.
Auntie Chantel's birthday, that lady
Yes.
was not about to ID me
She's
for that
like-
margarita.
excuse me, man.
Everybody was
all
right
the
there.
time.
I bet I
Nobody
would have
was
got
paying
it. If Dico would not have
Nobody
said nothing,
else
I
was-
would have had got a margarita
Bro,
that I
at-
wasn't gonna drink though.
At Juicy Crab, they didn't ID me for none of those drinks I was drinking.
I feel like it's at the waiter's discretion. Well,
No.
I guess to the waiters, I always look underage or something. I don't
Just
know.
like the cops.
No, but I think
feel
it's
like
the
it's at the
law
cops'
to it's the
discretion.
law to ID.
It is a
Because-
lot to
It is.
ID
because-
if you look
Fam,
younger than
I'm not
like
gonna say the
25,
gas station,
40.
but I literally like when I was really smoking. Like,
Nine
when
times
I
out
got
of
my
10, if you're
like,
ordering liquor, you're of age.
like when I
No,
That's not true.
That's not
That's
true.
not true.
It's like
I
8
mean,
out of
okay.
10 times.
I
I've
would give it a
gotten
good 6 out
bro,
of 10.
I
Yeah, I
literally
was
gone
gonna
to
say
gas
7.
stations where it has it on the sign that we ID here, and they
And they
don't
don't.
ID me.
Yeah.
See,
the
I
only
was saying,
reason
like,
they have that is,
bruh,
I guess, like legal reasons. Or
These
something.
corner
just in
stores
case
would
somebody
be
else
effed
walk in.
up if it was up to me. If they would hire me to be that nigga to go around and buy beer and alcohol and lottery
Yeah,
tickets
nobody
without
would
getting
come to your store.
without
That's why
ID'd, I would go to every
I would
single
take
one of
that
these
job.
stores
I
around.
would
I
take
would
that
take
job.
it in a hot minute. Every single one of these stores. I'm hitting every single one of y'all.
But you're of age.
Y'all all get shut down. But they got an ID. They don't
They
know.
still post
Oh,
ID.
the
They
ID,
post the
yeah.
ID.
I think if
I would
you
take
don't
that
look
job and get
That's
up
y'all
why
shut
I'm
down.
not gonna tell you the stores I go to just because you a
Yeah,
snitch.
bro, it's funny
And
because
if I
like
get a
they
bonus-
won't ID me, but they'll ID her, and
'Cause
she's
she's short.
older than me. No, it's her face.
I
in
got
her
a
height.
Yeah,
grown
but
woman's
if
face.
she's sitting down at the thing, like she's not standing up in the seat,
For real.
I get
then they
ID
gonna
no
think
matter
something wrong
what.
with her.
Yeah, I don't
It's
get
because of
ID at
your
all.
face.
Yeah, I don't get
You don't
I
get
can't
ID?
even, I can't tell you how many times
Bro,
I got ID.
I
At
hardly
the
get
corner
ID.
stores, I don't get ID, but if I want
See,
a
you,
drinky drink,
it's okay
they
because
gonna
you
ID
can
me.
grow a full, what is called.
That boy got the
Devontae's
full
still working
connection.
on his, and he's been working on
Maybe
it.
it's his
I mean,
mannerism.
I'm not working on it. It's just coming
It's just
in how
more-
it is.
It really is. I mean, it's closing
Yeah,
up.
this just
but
came in how it was. Shit, I just got tired of shaving.
I feel like you trying to throw shade.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm just
I
saying,
feel
like,
like you want me to look like that nigga.
no, I'm just saying. I know you wanted to close up around there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
'cause
doing
I
it.
Because
mean,
it's
you don't have to single him
aggravating.
out. Most niggas that want a beard usually do.
No, mine was just aggravating.
You
Like
don't
it come and then just have this much
Well, I
space.
can't-
Damn,
That
it was
was
like
it.
that for me for a long time. Bro, I ain't gonna lie.
It's the most
Like
I
even
can
before
have.
I had a goatee, bro, my
They
shit
might
used to
not
be
even want this
uneven.
no more.
Like one side used to be longer than the other. That joint used to be so aggravating.
I don't know about y'all, but Go ahead. How you work this?
If I was
You
a
just hold the
dude,
buttons.
if I was a dude, I know I can grow a
But see,
beard.
I was taught
Oh,
don't
Jesus.
shave. Like, don't shave, because if you shave, it's gonna come out like
Ooh,
that.
that
Oh yeah,
is
that's
bright.
cause it do.
What did y'all
you
bring?
shave it, grow back. That whole grow
Yeah,
back.
there's literally
That's why
only
I've been
one
using
button on
trimmers.
the
I've been
side.
using like trimmers
Yeah.
for a long
You
time.
just
Even
gotta
like,
hold
bro, the smallest bit, like, regardless,
like
if you
this.
shave it
That's
down,
bright.
like shape it up or whatever, it's gonna just be prone to grow
Did y'all
back
do it
faster.
2 times or 1?
One.
Just one.
Oh, I did mine too.
So now yours is brighter.
I'm unique.
Now
But I don't
yours
know,
is gonna
man.
die faster.
I'm just saying, like,
Too late.
I don't feel like police are after us. I feel like niggas be
Ooh,
too
now it's in my
dramatic.
eye.
Now that it's low.
Ain't nobody after me.
No, from looking at it and
Yeah.
You know how long
Yeah.
I've been speeding?
Yeah.
And I honestly,
I
I
ain't
don't.
been on a mission.
I'm gonna say I
only
blacked
been
out.
getting
I was
twice
pissed
and
off.
got a
I don't
ticket
remember.
Oh yeah, I got pulled over speeding too, and I didn't get a ticket.
I
And
got
was
pulled
high
over
when I
for-
got pulled over.
I started crying at everything, and they still gave me a
And
ticket.
they about 67 years
Damn,
old
I
and
was,
still drive.
I was,
Man,
so,
you know
I was
what,
so high
bruh.
that one time I had got
I didn't have
pulled
my
over for
license
speeding.
nor my thing that I was driving till I got my
And the
license.
thing that pissed
goddamn.
me off is I knew I should never got that ticket because when I was driving, somebody got in front of me and they was going slow, so I slowed down and I was so fucking mad. I'm like, why you going so fucking slow?
They
and,
seen that road rage. We got her.
and put
We
me
got
over
her.
because I was speeding. How I was
You were
speeding, I was just
speeding.
cussing the other person
You
out.
should have
being
asked him,
slow.
did he calibrate his? How long it's been since he
I was too
calibrated?
busy crying.
When I got pulled over, I was like,
is
bro.
no shade to
I
admitting
thought
that.
I thought they was pulling me over for speeding. When they said I ran a stop sign, I was so confused. I was like, what? Like what, nigga?
Bro,
what the fuck
what?
you talking about?
I know I be speeding.
I
I
be zooming.
literally got behind the cop yesterday, hitting 60 in a
No, them
45.
cops they above the law.
Bro, it was a sheriff. I
Your light
was
wasn't even on,
trailing
sir.
that sheriff. We were both going 60 in a
Just
45.
because you were behind, he couldn't run the tag.
Damn, I got
real.
pulled over like that too, but that nigga was not going. I don't know what that nigga
You
was
got
doing.
pulled over.
When I had got my license, like on the way back, I got pulled over. You can ask my mama.
How many times
She
have
was
you
like-
gotten pulled over?
Bruh.
I got pulled over twice when I had my permit, and then I got pulled over like one time when I got pulled over like one time over there on North Lake when I was going home, and then I got pulled over another time, like I just said, when I had just got my license. But that
I
nigga
say
was
this.
going slow as shit though.
I never got pulled over doing dirt. I always got pulled over handling business. Like that's
Oh
Coming
my
from college.
God.
Damn.
Well,
like
PPL
yeah,
from
like
college.
if I'm doing something like
See, your ass would have been paying for my tickets. I'm picking you up.
That's
Hell
why they
no.
weren't
The
paying.
very last time I got pulled over for running red light, that's when I got a ticket. But
This-
I ain't got pulled over since then though.
bro, I used to no,
I'm on a straight and narrow now.
I used to
Yeah.
run like Brianna's like don't do it.
Oh
Bro, the only
my
reason I did
God.
it is because I was coming off
The
the
illegal
I.
stuff that he do while driving, they're never around. Like never around. I'm so
They
confused.
just smell him. Oh yeah, he going to pick her up.
But
What? That one, when I got pulled over on North Lake, I did not see no
But
police.
no-
I was literally looking.
no offense.
No, you out the camera.
No, I'm not. I can see it.
You more out the
You just wait till I get my glasses.
But Brianna can vouch that sometimes they do target certain people. Like,
Oh
'cause
yeah, if
I
you a
know
known gangster, yeah.
they was definitely
Bruh.
they like pulled over, made the cops came to the window.
Technically, I only have one ticket.
One
on
of them
my
works. So
record.
can you open your door then?
That's
So
why
how
I
you doing
use-
today? You got any AKs in the machetes?
Yeah, I was so shocked. I was like,
Logo.
I was so confused.
They knew you.
Like I did not know. I did not know that's what they asked you when you get pulled
They
over.
don't ask
don't
you that.
ask
But I'm telling you, she didn't even explain why she pulled over. The first thing she said, any AKs or whatever the gun.
Machete.
Yeah, in the car. What?
Oh no, that was
ARs.
racist. Like if they don't even say
No,
why they
that
pulled you over,
wasn't
then you know they
racist.
racist.
No.
They had other charges. On
That
the
wasn't
report.
racist.
Well, then
That
never
was-
mind.
that
Yeah,
was
that-
not
he's
racist.
not explaining the back part.
Oh,
They didn't even
This
care
nigga
about
here.
the weed that was in the car. They did not even care about that. They was
If
looking
back
at
then you could definitely.
They was just concerned, and that's the same
got
cop.
weed?
The same lady is the one that didn't give him a ticket. And was like, just go straight home.
Cause
Oh, wow.
bruh,
Because they were
They
looking
knew
for
this.
the big stuff.
they was looking
They
to
want
get
that
him
small
caught
time.
up.
And then she gonna tell something. Well,
Solidify that
oh no,
case.
she did give me an excuse. She said the car smelled like weed, even though
You can't smell it while I'm drunk.
it's a lie because we smoked that morning. We even smoked that afternoon.
I mean, if you was
It
in
do
the
not
car,
smell like weed still.
I mean, it can.
It
They
didn't.
can take you
It didn't.
out.
It might
Now
not smell like that to you, cause
It is illegal.
I can't tell you how many times I done got in the car, thought
It is
my shit was sprayed down and
unconstitutional.
everything. Already.
Well,
down
now
the
it
road, like,
is.
damn,
Now
what
they
you
can't.
got there?
Yeah,
Like,
now
well,
they
shit.
can't pull you over for
Unless they see something.
Yeah, you
and
can't
they'll
get in trouble for the
definitely
smell of
flash
weed
their
no
light
more.
and try and find a little
Because nigga,
crumb
who's
just to
to
pull
say
you
that
out.
I wasn't smoking outside my car and then hopped inside my car and the smell still on?
Yeah, the wind blew it in here.
Yeah, that's
Thank you
it.
very much. The wind was just blowing
Nah,
when I had my windows down.
Nah, they knew that, man. They knew him.
Yeah,
They
'cause I
see-
was shook.
they
I
knew
was
him.
like,
They was like, oh,
did
yeah.
she really just ask you
Brianna
that?
Do they look
started
like-
nervous. Where is that? Just calm down.
Well, like, don't let her say nothing. If
I'm
y'all really would have
definitely-
had something, you like, I mean, it is an AK in the
Don't
truck.
say a dang word.
I know not to say anything. I'm not.
And then all of a
Real.
sudden, here come
Her
two other
tactic
cars.
is crying.
Two other cars. They ain't even
What?
searching me.
What?
They just was.
I knew they wasn't gonna search me. I knew that.
How you know?
She
It's
was
his
crying.
girlfriend. She got it on her. She
Because
got-
that's not my
People
business.
do that.
I am not
Nah,
the driver.
but still-
you only
Nah.
identify the driver.
Yeah, they didn't even go to Brianna. They ain't ask Brianna.
They didn't even ask me Nathan.
They was all on me.
They didn't ask me Nathan.
Can
They
you step
knew.
back here,
They
mister?
they seen the car.
But
And it was
none
like,
of y'all-
mm,
do
I just
y'all
had,
know-
they
I
run the
just had to
tag.
sit in the car.
Yeah, it is. Get him. Get him.
They just told me
Get
to stay in the
him.
car. That's it.
They boys had me back there talking about, so where you coming from today? Man, y'all
Hey,
been following me since I left out of there. You know where I'm coming from.
Niggas,
What you was
Niggas
doing
just
today?
Niggas just
Word.
be lying. Obviously, I was going home
Minding my
all the way back to
business.
Palm Beach Lakes when I got pulled over there. They was like, "Where you going?" I was like, I'm just about to go to the racetrack.
Why do you even need to know where I'm going?
That's why I be saying. That's
Like, I'm
what
about to go
saying.
tell you, I'm about to go shoot up somebody's house real
You
quick.
gotta
Like,
tell
I'm really
them,
about to
but-
tell
Oh.
you.
You
where
don't
I'm
gotta
going.
tell them,
And they
but
act like the ticket is gonna stop you from going.
But
where
just
you
be a
going.
little courteous,
Like, I'ma just
you know.
go there when I'm
Because if
done.
you don't tell them, they're getting their feelings
Yeah,
sometimes. I did see a video like that.
They
The
do.
man was like, I don't
Next
ask
time I get
questions.
pulled
Yeah.
over, they ask me
They
where I'm
feel
going.
it, bro.
I'm like, I'm going to feed some homeless people
But see-
down.
Bro, but
I
you
knew I
know
was dirty. I
that
ain't even want
lawfully
them to do
you
that
don't
deep
have to
stuff.
answer
You know,
those
like,
questions.
Yeah, I
man,
know.
go home.
Yeah,
Egg, no.
it's
I'll
just
go
they.
home.
You don't even have to.
The only
Honestly, you
reason
don't
they-
even have to roll down your window. You can leave a little
could
crack
crack it.
and just
For real.
hand them your stuff. You don't even have to speak to them. But
That's what,
they,
that's what I'm about to start doing.
they'll consider you as an asshole. Then you really gonna get the
I
ticket.
mean, they be assholes too.
I mean, well,
So I
with
can't be
tits,
assholes.
with tits, it is reasonable for them to ask you to roll your windows down,
Yeah.
so they can
My
see,
tits ain't that
like,
dark. My tits is coming off.
so they can make sure you not. Cause some people, I've seen videos like that. Like these people got pulled over in your city, Jacksonville. 4 people, and it was a body cam footage. 4 people, right? So the driver, they said they was going to Walmart. You ain't going to no Walmart. So the driver was like, man, like, I forget, they did like a illegal U-turn. They got pulled over. The driver was like, oh, they forgot like they stuff at the house, but they had they number for their ID, the little thing, and then
But you get a ticket for that too. Not
yeah,
having your driver's
and
license
then
on
no,
you.
he was being real cordial. He was being real smooth. And then they said the car smelled like marijuana. He was like, oh, he volunteered the information. He was like, oh yeah, I got my card and I got the number for that too. It's just I ain't got my wallet on me. So they doing all that. He being real nice, real cordial. You know, they asked him to get out the car. He getting out the car real smooth with his hands. His passenger. That's what they effed
That's the
up.
problem.
The passenger, they get to the passenger, and the passenger want to be an asshole. He
I
had
have-
a
you
gun
have
on
to
him. Swear to God, he had a gun. They was like, "Can you please get out?" They was being nice too. They wasn't being assholes. They was like, "Can you please get out the car?" Passenger just being an asshole. No, what I need to get out the car for? It was like, "Can you get out the car?"
Making
He
this-
went to reach for the gun. He went to reach, and they didn't even shoot him. Then he got out of the car with the gun on him. I don't know. I don't think they seen it. I don't think they seen it.
This rapper, this nigga was trying to get away from the police. He hit a car, and this nigga, the police was surrounding him. This nigga hopped out the car and threw the gun in the air like that. This nigga was on the highway, fam. That shit was hilarious. I'm gonna find it.
This
That shit
nigga
was
got out the
hilarious.
car, and then they didn't see it when he was reaching, but they knew he was reaching for something. They got him out the car. He was being hostile. He went put his hands behind his back. He was fighting them. He went for the gun, and then the cop seen him. Was like, "He got a gun. He got a gun." He was like, "Oh shit." Pop, pop, pop. The dude was taking off, but the cop got like 3 shots on him, and then the other 2 niggas that was in the car, they ran. They was like, "Oh hell no!" It was like, "Oh, we
It
got
ain't got nothing to do with you though. My ass would have stayed there like.
The only reason the one dude
He
didn't
was
get in
shooting at him
trouble
while
with
he
the
was still in
driver.
the car though.
No, while he was
Nah,
running.
while he was running.
Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I would have been.
Nah,
like,
cause he was shooting
like,
at
officer,
them
I don't
while
even
trying
know
to
that
run
dude
though.
for real.
He
I
was-
would've ducked
the
down. I was like,
driver
I didn't
didn't
know
get
he
in
was gonna
trouble
do all
though.
that.
That's the crazy thing. The driver didn't get in trouble because he was in the
Cause
car.
you,
They put him in the car.
as long
I was
as
like,
you
bro,
follow their directions,
why would you
there's
do
nothing.
that? Like, bro, just hide the gun. Get out of the
Bro, that
damn
bitch make more
car,
Or you can
bro.
let them know that you have. Well, it probably was
listen.
illegal. Gun.
Don't hide no gun. If it's your
Bruh,
gun,
he
take
should've
your
just-
gun.
he should've just left
'Cause
that
shit
shit
costs
probably
Because then
was-
it's gonna be on
They
me.
would've
Like if I'm the
probably
driver, then it's gonna be on
It's
me.
gonna take, they gonna take everybody down. down just to
Yeah.
find out who that gun is. Everybody got a gun.
And I'm
I'm
gonna
be like,
tell.
I'm gonna be like
I'ma
Trustin
tell.
White. What? I'm gonna be a police ass
Keep
nigga.
your gun
I'm
on.
gonna
if
tell. I'm
we
not
in the
doing
car,
time for
well,
nobody.
If
Me,
we in the
no,
car and we get
'cause I
pulled
know.
over.
You got
You
your
pull
pole,
me-
boy. You keep your pole on.
You
For
pull me
real.
over.
Don't
Let
try
me
to
put it
throw
in the
that shit on
truck.
me.
No,
What?
boy.
I thought you was my
The
nigga.
guy
Then
was
why you
already
trying
at
to put
the
your gun
car.
off on me?
They had
You
already
fucking bum.
already put him inside they police car to get those
But
people
still,
out.
I understand what
But
you're
you
saying.
know, people be dirty. Like they'll throw drugs and anything, and then be like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it wasn't mine. I know this ain't even my car."
I'm like,
bruh,
whoever
come
offers
on,
me
bruh.
that, I'm like, if it was mine, I would have threw it.
Hell no.
Like,
not
that's the
going to
nigga that.
Hey, yo,
That's the
city,
nigga that
this
pulled
nigga
out.
running. The police. I'm like, damn. The dude was far. He got
Oh,
three
Lord.
shots. Pop, pop, pop. 3 shots. I'm like, God damn. Like he
I'm
been
not.
practicing.
I ain't gonna flex. I had like an altercation. I was going to, pick up some stuff,
They was gonna walk.
and they was telling me, like they tell me from like 10 blocks almost.
She.
I had to bust a left, another right, left, cut the
Damn.
car off high in the back seat, just chill. But that's just how it is. And I did have, I had a gun on me. It was dirty.
See me. Mine is clean and it's gonna stay clean.
But that was young.
forever.
That was young.
This
If
is
y'all ever
OD.
get pulled over, just know I'm not telling them it's my gun.
Oh, now
Wow.
I'm all legal now. I don't care. I
Yeah.
can afford to be legal now. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
difference.
Ooh, excuse me.
Couldn't afford to be
Yeah.
getting the paperwork. Now,
Mhm.
I got paperwork for they ass. You can't. Ooh,
Yeah.
That's why I want to go get my Hellcat back. Give me my shit back.
Did you even call up there to see if they
Hell no.
destroyed it? They probably
You might
destroyed
as well
it,
just
bro.
let it
Your
go.
shit is
Let it go.
Yeah,
They probably
your shit is
destroyed
gone.
it, bro. It's been past 6 months. It's probably gone.
Yeah, that bitch gone.
It's probably
You want another
gone.
one? We'll take it to MJ's.
Hey, they got the compensator, the site.
I can't get one
Damn. Bro, I'm gonna show you this video, bro. That shit gonna
Because
hang
he got the
fine.
money for that.
right now. No, I ain't trying to get one in that house. This one, she can have another problem.
We
Oh, she knows.
agreed that we're not gonna have any guns in other people's houses.
I'm sorry, mom.
Well, it's
I'm
different for
sorry.
y'all, mama.
She probably ain't like it neither.
But now she want one.
I don't know what to tell you. Cause now that I got that, I'm going nowhere without it.
Yeah, he went to the toilet. He went to the laundry room. He
Oh,
went to the
wait.
living
We was
room.
in our
He
own
went
place?
to the bedroom. He went everywhere with that
When
gun.
it's our own place, that's exactly how I was. I'd be on the toilet, just sitting
Like,
there.
nigga, who about to come up on you on the
I be
toilet?
waiting for
don't
somebody
know.
to hit that window.
The
Exactly.
window about this big.
Don't
You
worry.
never
I'm
know.
gonna slide that bit open. What you want?
You never know until somebody kick your door in
That
while you on the
part,
toilet.
That's why my curtains are always clear.
Yours, like, what must I
I'm
say?
talking about the shower curtain.
This
My
woman
shower
stay
curtain stay
leaving the
clear. I don't want
blinds
no. Yeah, because
Clear.
my
What if
shower
somebody
curtain's
got to
clear.
pee while they in? Okay.
She ain't think that
Not
far.
mine. Not mine.
No, I did. I just don't care.
Oh, Lord.
So you in the shower?
That's the thing.
Yeah,
Check
I-
out the phone,
That's it. I got my phone.
Bro, and that is not Cairo.
It's really not.
bro. I know it.
You in the shower?
They go.
And RJ older. He more. I gotta pee. I only got one bathroom.
Well, I'm afraid that we don't have one bathroom.
That's
You ain't gonna have. You in the shower, Cairo in the shower. RJ gotta pee. They older. They don't want to see each other wangs. Okay.
You better go outside and pull it out.
Oh heck no! What if you have a daughter?
Well, it's different if it's their bathroom, but for me and my bathroom and my safety of mine, I have to have a clear shower curtain because
That ain't gonna stop nothing. What it
at
gonna
least I
stop?
can see
barely.
when a
You
nigga coming
If
up
you
on
even
me.
paying attention,
What is that gonna
All
stop?
you
Exactly.
all
You
you
just
gonna
go
do is
see
freak
the
out. You gonna
attacker.
freak out and
So
slip.
if I survive, I can be able to ID them at least.
and then they-
Even if there was
You got like that
even
shit
if you
like a
couldn't
window.
see if you
that
survived.
shit gonna be having
For real,
water
it's
on
gonna
it. That
be
whole might
blurry.
be foggy.
For real.
I can
Your
see
ass-
through
you
my
probably
clear
go
shower
freak
curtain.
and slip and bust your
Yeah,
ass.
that part.
I can see through my clear shower curtain. I
I'm
don't
double.
give a
I'm
damn.
double. I'm double.
Just know when y'all
I
come
don't
to my
care.
house, my shower
I'm dou-
curtain is clear.
Ooh, that shit. Mine was on the back
Richard
of the
did
toilet.
not like it.
Or back on the toilet seat. I closed that toilet seat.
The last one had glitter
Bruh,
on it,
heck no.
but it was still clear.
Not me.
Clear
I
with
had
glitter.
mine right there. Boom. On the toilet.
I'm talking about when I'm in the
Sitting there.
shower.
Oh, when I'm in the shower. Oh, it's probably on the counter.
Nah, he's
honestly.
sitting on the toilet. So I
If
can
I'm by
easily
myself,
Where our toilet was really close to our shower.
yeah, but
I
if
can
I'm
easily
if
grab
I,
it.
when I was at the house by myself, I showered with the door locked.
Like I work security.
Oh, yeah, I do shower with the door
if
locked.
Devontae was there and it's just us, I shower with the door open.
I usually
Oh,
check
yeah.
mine when I was working
Oh, found
security,
it.
especially
Found it.
when I was working downtown.
Richard always got the door closed because he be thinking it's a sauna.
Yeah,
Bruh.
but me,
Close the door. It's a breeze.
I have mine
For real,
every
it be cold as hell when you hop out the shower.
and you wouldn't know I had it on me either.
No, it be hot as hell if you hop in the shower after Richard. He leave this. It be like a sauna. It be so steamy and foggy.
That boy got the temperature turned all the way
I
up.
can't take no warm
Boy.
shower. I need that
Real.
bitch steamy.
I don't need it too hot. I just need
Nah,
it
I ain't
hot
gonna
enough.
burn my skin, but I'm just
Real.
I need some steam. If there ain't no steam, ain't no hot water.
I'm so happy we didn't have to pay water bill. So happy. That's what I'm praying for this time.
Bro,
No water
think
bill.
you gonna get it
Our
unless it's
place,
in your
like,
rent.
sometimes
they never-
if I
But
had
it
that
don't go
Yeah.
up. Like I'm okay with it being in my rent. Like I'm okay with that. I just don't want to
Some
pay it
of
my
it
own
do.
self.
Some of it do.
Yeah, some of them they do have caps.
Yeah, but some
Yeah,
of them.
some
But
of
But
them,
thank
they
God
tell
that
you
ours
to
didn't, because all the water running.
eggnog.
We did not. We was not conserving water.
Man,
Y'all not
I
saving the
remember one
turtles?
time
Nope.
I was in the shower.
Them turtles.
And I
Oh,
was
sorry,
little.
Peter.
Like
That's
I
Peter.
had my pistol in the shower on the tub part where the
The
water
pencil?
wasn't.
Oh, I thought you said.
I ain't gonna flex. I want to get y'all know y'all seen the little metal holsters they be having in the car that you can like.
They said that was just illegal in Florida. I don't know. The magnets, you just
Yeah, you can put it there and then you can use it to cock
yeah.
it.
I don't.
What you want?
I
in the
wanted
shower?
one, but
I
I seen
want that
a,
bit around my house.
I wanted one, but I seen another video that was like, oh, it's not legal to have like in your car. Maybe in your house, yeah, but in your car, nah. I don't know.
But at this, I mean, I would like, I want to have that when my kids are older, because I don't want to have it somewhere like. Well, I wouldn't put it nowhere it's accessible to the kids, because
Nowhere you
RJ
can
open
reach it.
cabinets and he don't care.
He don't put them little cabinet things in there with his.
We had the little.
He
locks
still
on
open it.
Yeah,
No.
that boy would break it off.
Because the lock, you have
Or
to have
just put it
two
in the
knobs
top.
together in order. Like I don't know why they make them like that, but you have to have two knobs by each other to lock it.
Bruh.
It's so fucking.
So I was only able to lock on one cabinet.
I was,
I just put it up high.
But I didn't have my
But
pots down low because I don't like the bend down.
racism isn't just for white people; it's
No.
for all races.
For real.
Most
Black
people
people
are very
can,
racist.
in fact,
If you
be
think your
racist.
race is superior than the other race, you're racist.
No, def.
That's it.
That guy.
'Cause racism is a
racist.
mindset.
That guy is
Yeah.
racist. Talking
I ain't
about
gonna lie.
we're superior.
And racism is not born; it's
I don't
taught.
see it. It is taught. It is taught.
But I will say this: I still would love or feel more comfortable being around black people than white people. But I'm not racist though. I don't feel like we're better than them. I just like us a little bit better.
Ooh.
Is she even looking on his back end?
No, she not.
Who you called?
Why'd you do
Right,
that?
sorry about that.
But
We're back.
Why'd you do that?
But yeah, I mean, yeah, like the main thing, like we said, racism is not something you're born with. It's something you're taught.
You know what it does?
True.
Because
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I think he closed at like 10 or something.
You said what time? Who closed?
Chipotle. But with that said, we're gonna close out with that. So
Yeah.
like, comment, subscribe.
Converse in the comments.
Yeah, share it to your
Yeah.
friends, people you want to be friends, your family.
Share it for the black people that think they're not
That
racist.
part.
Oh, yeah, for real.
Especially those people. So yeah.
Don't hang around those pieces of people also.
And watch who you party around, man. Watch who you hang around.
Yep.
Cause
Yep,
certain
yep,
people-
yep.
Protect your peace at all costs.
And always love yourself, man. Self-love is real.
Self-love is the best love. I'm
Yep,
full of
go
quotes.
check out that video too, bro.
Okay, buddy. So you know what? John, you get
The
that.
blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
And we got a patent off the
The
porch.
darker the flesh is, the deeper the roots.
I think I messed that up earlier. What did I
Yeah,
say?
this dude
Black
said.
of the berry.
No, this
Blacker
dude
the-
said the
man
blacker
said,
the
bruh.
juice, the sweeter the berry.
Oh, that was did they say that on Friday? She was like, Smoke was like, yeah, she black as hell too.
But yeah, man,
bruh.
we out.
We're off the porch.